Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?
Better boss up, nigga.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back for the people that were waiting 1 hour later to the Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne. It is the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Thomas. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fix His Binds, LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg
Your
Greg.
third leg was just
Also,
phenomenal.
the man with no trabajo. I am the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill. The junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me humbly the benevolent monarch, CGA. See God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time monetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. We're going to give you an update on how divorce hurts women in the long term. You guys heard that statistical data that says women are affected worse in divorce in the long term. All right. And one of the reasons why is that they go broke.
Let you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
They go broke. All right. And we're going to look at a woman that literally took 70% of a man's resources after a divorce. A very wealthy man, might I add you, his name, and he goes by, for a lot of you young people, you know him as a racist. All right, but for the old people, we know him as Hulk Hogan, or the immortal Hulk Hogan, or Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
New world order.
Or Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Or Hulk Hogan. Warrior style. All right. This is none other than the real American himself.
New world
Hollywood
order.
Hulk Hogan. Linda Hogan is his wife, and they were married since the 1980s. And there she is in some better days. Linda Hogan is now broke, all right, in a variety of ways.
You get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
Brother.
Dead, flat, stony, broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
I'm going to tell you about their divorce. Their divorce was absolutely horrible for Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. All right, Hulk Hogan lost 70% of his assets to Linda Hogan. This is Linda Hogan right now. Let's go ahead and show you what Linda Hogan looks like now, brother. Where's the picture of Linda Hogan? Oh, this is Linda Hogan right now, as it exists right now.
Oh, the humanity.
$30 million in cash and assets. And look at this. Hey, the wall is undefeated.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, this is Linda Hogan, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife now. Money gone, bitch, punani dry. Oh, my goodness. You went from this. Hold up for a second, brothers. Brother. All right, brother. She definitely is a Florida chick. You went from this to Al Gore's internet looking like this. Oh my goodness, Ninja. What is this right here?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Oh my goodness. That definitely is a Florida tan, a Florida piece of trailer park trash, pure unadulterated trailer park trash. Shout out to the Crystal Methanies in Florida. All right.
Oh, the humanity.
Yikes. All right, and she's on Al Gore's internet blaming Hulk Hogan, all right, for her fractured relationship with their daughter. All right, man, what in the world? You better get your white women early. I'm talking about early, 18, 19, 20, because white women, they don't age well at all.
Where the white women at?
Ooh, wee, brother. All right, what was on her face? We got that story coming up, and we have Crime and Law CGA. We got criminal activities coming up. We have a content creator, a female content creator that that has been doing something that I've been talking about for years. She had engaged in sexual acts with her roof, and she's been selling the videos of her getting Lily Lint licked by her dog for $500 on the internet, on OnlyFans.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And yes, it's a white woman.
Hey, where are the white women at?
It's a white woman. White women, this is your day. Today is your day.
Where the white women
Y'all
at?
about to catch wreck today, white women. White women about to catch wreck on my show, all right? Because we got crimes, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater, we got sisters that don't know how to pour gasoline in the vehicle. We got a whole mess, but listen, to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And yes, you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Where was I? What happened to CGA? Well, this morning, I had an issue with my 911. All right, just so you guys see right here. I'm trying to brag. All right, the G-Wagon has been in order, but the 911 has been a mess. My son drives my truck. I have a family member with the BMW. All right, so Ninja, I'm almost carless at this point. I'm down to one vehicle. The 911, I ran over a rock that was in the middle of the road, and it's been leaking fluid, either transmission fluid, which I hope it's not, or oil, which I believe it is. It's been leaking oil, and it's been hard to get a service appointment. The service appointments are booked out months. All right. And so I had to get the service on the line like, bruh, I ain't waiting months to drive my car. So y'all got to get me in. And they luckily in the last couple of weeks, they opened the new service department across town. So there was only one service department with 3 fucking lifts, I was like, they were really like tight here in Vegas dealing with Porsche. And so they just opened up a new service service station at the dealership, but it's across town. So I had to get a flatbed tow truck. I had to get him here. Had to make sure my car started because it's been sitting for quite a long time. So I had to jump the car, and I had to get that car all the way over there, which is cross town, a half hour away over there. And then I had to wait for the car to be delivered. That took a while, right? Because he's driving a truck and with precious cargo. And then I had to get it locked in. All right. So all of that, all since 6 in the morning, and it's 3 hours later and I'm sitting in the chair. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Dude, they had me sitting up there. Oh, well, the next time we can get you in is April. I'm like, April? Fuck that. So I had to wait till I had to go to my trip and then come back. Then the new service area is now open, and then I can drop it off over there. So anyway, that's what I had to do all morning. I'm pretty sure this is this is rich people problems, I suppose. All right, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about life. All right, here we go right here. But I'm pretty sure you guys have had worse problems today than that. But anyway, thank you for allowing me to start the show an hour late. The people who are watching the replay, like, who cares what you're talking about? We're watching the replay. All right, now, let's see here. Let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. How about you got that? Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. I cannot wait till I show y'all what the bill is on this fucking thing. All right, y'all gonna figure out real fast that it is not cool to drive nice cars. All right, it's cool to drive a nice car. It's kind of like the women in the relationships. You guys think, I want a relationship and I want somebody to like me, until you get it and you realize how soul-sucking of an adventure it is and how expensive it is. Okay, the longer you go, the more expensive you go. And then don't let her get pregnant on you and shit. So you're doing good when you don't have these vehicles. Or when you lease it. You get a girl, you lease her, you put her back. I ain't paying the maintenance on that shit. All right, but when I get the bill for that, and then as soon as I get my 911 back, I got to put the G-Wagon in for service. Right? Because they got messages popping up. It needs this, it needs that. This is overdue. All right, so now I'm going to put the G-Wagon in after this. Hi. All right, I should just rent these cars. All right, because having them is nice, and you get good looks, and bitches get wet. They pussy get wet when they get in the seats. But, brother, am I paying for it? All right, I'm going to show y'all the bill just so y'all can say, well, maybe I should just rent. Here we go right here. All right. Anyway, I showed you, I did a vlog on my Notorious channel about how much it cost to buy 4 tires for the 911. Yeah, and it never stops. How much did it cost for me to buy 4 tires for the 911? All right. Let me see if you guys remember that vlog. And for all of these people who think it's cool to have luxury vehicles and multiple vehicles, you're going to find out real fast the expenses don't stop. Luxury vehicles are like dating women. In relationships with women, the money just bleeds out dry. Bleed your ass out dry. Yep. Oh, somebody said it right here. For 4 wheels, I believe it was $3,500 to have them installed. All right, because they didn't have them at the dealership, so they had to ship for them. They don't just have wheels. It's not like Pep Boys. $3,500. All right, to get them on, balanced, rotated, or whatever the fuck that they do. All right, they're 2 separate different wheels. The back wheels are wider than the front, so you can't just walk in and be like, give me 4 of those. You have to get 2 separate wheels, and boom, $3,500 out the door. All right. Yes, the dealership is right. All right, the dealership, but you don't want to take it to a non-dealership, especially if it's under warranty, because if anything breaks from that point, well, it's not covered. So it's one of those things, man. So always understand there's a cost of price, there's a cost to own, and there's a cost of maintenance, and there's a cost of repair. And maintenance is always cheaper than repair. And repair and maintenance is cheaper than replace. But having it alone and being able to afford it alone is just not enough. All right. Here we go here. Same thing about boats. Yep. Owning a boat. The best 2 days about owning your boat is the day you buy it and the day you sell it. Those are the best 2 days of boat ownership. So as they say, as the great people say, if it flies, floats, or fucks, it's better to lease. If it flies, floats, or fucks, it's better to lease. And definitely luxury vehicles. I mean, it don't matter if you lease it, you're paying for it anyway. All right, what do we got here? Let's see here. We got no government name. I recommended your content to an over 50 newly divorced guy, and he broke down in happiness that Gen Z guys like me have you saving us from wasting our money, energy, attention, and time, our meat. Another free agent is out here via Gray Divorce. Keep up the great work. Shout out to NGN passing on my channel to men that need it. All right, shout out to you. And he says your rant on the pro-black Mitch needs to be its own separate video. It's one of your best Mitch slapping yet. Welcome to the after pill. The only color that matters is green at the end of the day. No morality. Just ask the you-know-who-ish for sure.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't
I'm actually going to play that Mitch slapping. Thank you to the actual King Smith for making a wonderful clip of me Mitch slapping, going crazy yesterday on a pro-black, a pro-whack. He says, can you explain why women are bothered when they see guys being single, especially when they know they got money? Is it because they feel entitled to men's money and hep? They certainly do. All right. They think you're selfish. You're selfish when you spend your own money on yourself. You're just so selfish because they can figure out a better use of that money. That's for sure. So they are bothered by that when eligible bachelors choose to be single. And he said, there's a correction from your last super chat. He says, when they see you happy and content being single, especially when they know you got money. All right, for sure. And they see you happy and content. That really bothers a lot of people. Hey, you should be, it's kind of like you should be protecting and providing. This is an opportunity for you to protect and provide, right? You're out here just wasting your money, fornicating with different women. How dare you be out here just fornicating with different women? I mean, this is terrible. You're a menace to society. No Name says, I thought you went out. He says, I thought you went out on my liberation day. And he says, finally got rid of my ex. Unfortunately, no JUCO for me. It is monk mode, baby. Don't forget those steps. Monk mode first. Monk mode first. You got to separate yourself from the pack, and you got to go on a little hiatus. Jay McGee says, what up, coach? I think everyone wants to know, was you fighting off the you-know-who-ish or the Mitches? He says, the Mitch slapper. All right, they want to know what I was fighting off. I was fighting off the car stealership. And NGN says, the pro-blacks like Dr. Umar and Tariq Nasheed demand an apology for you dropping too many truth bombs yesterday. What is your response to them? All right, what's your response to the pro-blacks? All right, where's my response? Hey. Yeah. That's my response to them. Well, Wellness by Strong says she looks like the Crypt Keeper. Right? She definitely looked like the Crypt Keeper got her, or the Undertaker got her. All right, that's a fine white woman. Steven says a show idea. We need to have a talk about menopause and its impact on women and the relationships that they're in. It isn't just the looks that are gone. It's everything. It's the mood, the energy level, the libido, the punani dry up like the Sahara Desert. If you are going to be with a woman long term, it will happen. It's going to happen. It is built in. And some women respond differently to menopause. You hear things about hot flashes, and there's definitely, there's a whole bunch of things that can happen. And sometimes cougar chasers deal with women that are in menopause, but you deal with them when they're sexually aroused. All right, but you're not dealing with them so it's a trap. You're not dealing with them on their off days when they're not feeling good. And then I don't want to be bothered. You know, they don't want to be bothered. And so you get into a deal where a woman has about 2 years on the clock, and then she's going to hit menopause, like Halle Berry says. And when she does, you don't know what you're going to get. And it's going to be a very moody, cranky, cantankerous individual that's liable to be drier than the Sahara Desert for 28 out of 31 days. She's going to be put out of commission. This is another reason why you want to avoid picking older partners when you're older, right? When you're 35 and 40 and she's 35 and 40 and 45 and you pick her right there, bro, you got 6 months and she going to dry up. 6 months. And you talk about a moody human being, all right? Women in menopause are moody human beings. They're already moody already. Okay, but they're moody human beings. By the way, for the people who missed it yesterday, the actual King Smith has an update because last night a pro-black tried to correct me on my drunk history. All right, and he sent a $5 super chat, and I told him to sit his $5 ass down before I make some change. But the actual King Smith, he has allowed us to show him, shout out to King Smith, go subscribe to his channel right here. He's got a replay of the Mitch slapping last night. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. Fuck you. Oh, you ain't barely any different. You're still doing the same thing today. Fuck you. Fuck you. Bitch ass niggas can't leave Baltimore right now because you were willing to let it happen. Just as today, you're willing to let it happen to you today. And you niggas are slaves no matter what you say today. You still slaves. You're still slaves today, and you don't even realize it, just as your people still fucked and fornicated and made groups of people and bred and did the same goddamn thing you're doing today, like your fucking ancestors did back in the day. It ain't no different. You're still doing it today, acting like it was different yesterday. The only thing you have today is an illusion of freedom, and you barely have that. You barely have that. Fuckers, you ain't doing no different today than you did 150 years ago. Fuck you. And your fucking feelings, you cocksucking slave, piece of shit, black people with your history and shit. You're still doing the same thing today. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. You ain't barely any different and barely got any further than you did 160 years ago. Shit, what the fuck are you talking about, you jackass? I just giving you proof. I'll give you an example. I tried to be nice. You cocksucking slave, thief, criminal, bitch ass niggas. Fuck you. And your pro-black stance and your fucking skewed victim mindset history bitch ass niggas. Piece of shit cocksuckers. All right, that's what the fuck you are. You a fucking slave. Right now. Fuckers. What the fuck are you talking about? Bitch ass niggas can't leave Baltimore right now telling me they free. You ain't shit right now and you wasn't shit back then. Trying to argue semantics with me, and your motherfucking ass people were stuck in that position because you chose to be there, and you chose to be in the position you in right now, you piece of shit victim, coming to my show with this bullshit. Cocksucker. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
Oh boy. Tell me how you really feel. Anytime you're a pro-black, all right, that's my message to pro-blacks right there. All right, you ninja history lesson having ass ninjas. All right, I can't handle it. All right, anyway, shout out to actual King Smith. Let me check it. Let me share his channel with you. He had to put that together. Let me see if I can pull it up. King Smitty in the building. Let me see if he has his channel up. Okay, maybe it's not up here. Is it still up? Yeah, it is. Well, let me see. Okay, there it is right there. All right, there's the legendary right there. All right, who created the video right there? The actual King Smith right there. He actually went crazy with that replay mix. I might actually have to have him mix up a whole bunch of my shit. All right, and go feral in here. All right, shout out to him, man. That brother came in with the quiet storm. Go give him a subscribe. All right, let's do this part of the show. We got Doom and Gloom. We got Doom and Gloom CGA. Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by the... All right, we got Bill Gates is back, y'all. Bill Gates is back. Remember, the last we saw Bill Gates, he was telling y'all ninjas to take the poke, stick out your arm, and they was giving y'all chicken wings and fries and orange high C tropical fruit punch. They was giving y'all all kind of shit, y'all Negroes. They was begging y'all to take the poke, and he was making money hand over fist.
I got money.
Bill Gates is back, all right? Not in jail, but he's back to tell y'all something else. The next level of next-gen investing, apparently we know where Bill got his money. Bill Gates says within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors and teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things. Oh no, Bill Gates, Dr. Evil is back. This on March 26, 2025, there's Bill Gates speaking in an event to promote a Netflix documentary, What's Next? The Future of Bill Gates.
New world order.
Over the next decade, advances in artificial intelligence will mean that humans will no longer be needed for most things in the world, says Bill Gates.
New world order.
It says that's what the Microsoft co-founder and billionaire philanthropist told comedian Jimmy Fallon. I doubt it. During an interview on the EBC's Tonight Show in February, it says at the moment, expertise remains rare, Bill Gates says, pointing to human specialists that we still rely on in many of these fields, including a great doctor and a great teacher. But wait a minute. Oh, here it is. But with AI over the next decade, there will be that will become free, commonplace, great medical advice and great tutoring. In other words, the world is entering a new era of what Gates called free intelligence in an interview last month with Harvard University professor and happiness expert Arthur Brooks. The results will be rapid advances in AI-powered technology that are accessible and touch nearly every aspect of our lives. This is according to Bill Gates. From improvements in medicine and diagnoses to widely available AI tutors and virtual assistants,
new world order.
It will be very profound and even a bit scary, he says, because it's happened very quickly and there is no upward bound, all right, no limits. The debate over how exactly most humans will fit into this AI-powered future is ongoing. Some experts say AI will help humans work more efficiently rather than replacing them altogether and spur an economic growth that will lead to more jobs being created. But others like Microsoft AI CEO Nigero Mustafa Suleyman counter that and continued technological advances over the next several years will change what most jobs look like across nearly every industry and have a huge destabilizing impact on the workforce.
New world order.
He says these tools will only temporarily augment human intelligence. He wrote in his book, The Coming Wave.
New
Pause.
world order.
He says they will make us smarter and more efficient for a time and will unlock enormous amounts of economic growth, but they are fundamentally labor replacing. All right, so we do have people that are going to go back and forth. Even the experts are going back and forth. Okay. The experts are going back and forth of how this will impact humanity. Now, I'm one to say, hey, listen, yes, new jobs will be created. You will be able to use AI to improve the things that have already existed. And if you get on the right side of the argument or history, you will be able to benefit from AI. All right. You're going to be able to benefit. However, you got to think most people are deaf, dumb, and blind. We got 80% who are the deaf, dumb, and blind, the missing links, the oxygen thieves, the knuckle draggers. These people can't even exist in a society with AI, let alone, they can't exist in a society without AI, let alone a society with AI. So I'm one to think that, especially with Sam Altman already doing an experience on how UBI will be needed, Elon Musk, UBI will be needed because of the advances of AI. I'm here to tell you, the jackass morons that can't even exist without AI are going to suffer mightily as we have these advances with AI. And certainly they're going to destabilize a lot of jobs in marketplace, and a lot of people will be left behind. Sink or swim, motherfucker.
New world order.
Sink or swim. There's people that are being zoomed and left behind already, all right? But there's still a chance for you to get ahead. You just got to get your head on straight and follow the free agent lifestyle. Interesting shit, isn't it? And, of course, it's Bill Gates, so you already know that he's telling you where his money is. His money is easy bugs. His money is you'll own nothing and like it. This is not a surprise. These are the people that are responsible for the fund. Well, I can't talk about it. The Giving Pledge is called. These people already have in sight what they want to do for the world in the next 200 and 250 years. These are our new barons, our new J.D. Rockefellers, if you will. These are our new people who are going to make an impact on society and the world for the next 250 and 300 years. Yes, they will. And he's already telling you where he's hedging his bets. He's shorting the market on the ignorant. He's shorting the market on the ignorant. He's saying basically the ignoramuses of the world who cannot figure out how to feed a family of four today. You cooked. That's what he said. I didn't say it. He said it. Don't be mad at me, brother. That's what he said. So you want to make sure, if you don't want that to happen to you, you want to make sure you get ahead of the game, because he's pretty much telling you what he wants to do with the world here. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. I didn't say it. Don't blame me. It was Bill Gates that said that. But he also told you to take the poke, and you did it. So I don't know what to tell you. All right. That's your God. That's your white man. That's your master. All right. Everybody's like, don't worry. I have a brother, Jay Holmes. He's one of our experts over on the money mindset. And Jay Holmes is always, hey, I'm a little bit bullish here. All right, I'm a little bit bullish here. AI will help everyone. We have a couple of other brothers that actually use tools for AI related to this conversation, and I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll be all taken care of. And I'm like, you'll be fine, but what about these assholes over here? All right. They won't even be able to break in your car and steal change out of your ashtray, because there won't be any change. Shout out to our brother here. It is Wise L says, Coach, I'm in Austin, Texas for work, and I matched with the girl that was on the Caleb Hammer show. She was a total nutcase, but mine still had to be fixed. Free agent lifestyle for life. God bless you, sir. All right, I wonder which girl that you matched up with. Uh-oh, I see something that happened here.
New world order.
All right, YouTube don't want to show my show today, I see. Okay, we're back. So you matched with a girl. I wonder which girl you matched with, and what dating app did you match with her with? All right, yo, she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. There was a couple of hottie girls on there that I would have folded up like a love letter from the second grade. He said the blonde one, which was it? He had a couple of girls, but hey, man, look, I don't care where just so you guys know, the bind season is here.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Bind's got to be fixed. All right, you got to email me and tell me which girl you matched up with. He said she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but you had to get that stuffing out that Egg McMuffin. I see what you're talking about. Shout out to our brother Miles Morrill says, I talked to a 22-year-old man today, and he was telling me how he defeated his ex in child support court. He got 50-50 custody and pays $20 a month in child support. He had a lawyer. She didn't. And he knew the judge beforehand. Shout out to our brother, 22-year-old, fighting a good fight. Let's go. That's a win, because, you know, people are like, he just got the kids because he didn't want to pay child support. No, he didn't. He wanted a relationship with his kids, all right? And he fought for it, and he got it. And now that bitch running around here, $20 a month, and that's all she's going to get. And she's going to try to put his ass in jail if she don't get that $20 a month. So shout out to that young man for fighting a good fight, hiring a lawyer. Listen, some people tell you don't hire a lawyer. It's a scam. You're going to pay. Listen, you rather get a good deal first. Try to get as best as a deal you can first. Because if you go in without the lawyer, you're going to get a shitty deal. And then you're going to be trying to fight that deal the rest of your life. And you don't want that. So congratulations to him. And she played her hand wrong. She should have did the right thing. The right thing would have been 50-50 custody. Shout out to our brother Joshua Moon says, everything good, coach? Yes, it is. He says, you bitch-ass ninjas in the comments, foul as F. Haters. Were the haters in here? I know they were in here waiting for me. All right, shout out to Dion. Neon Dion is in the building waiting on the show. And he also asks,
Where the white women at?
the Porsche dealership had a nice fine piece of white little young calico working the front desk. I was like, you know me, I was like, smells like Teen Spirit. All right, shout out to our brother says, the chocolated champ says, LOL, fuck them pro-blacks. For real, bruh. Fuck them pro-blacks. By the way, what good does a pro-black do to a person? Like, what do they do good for the community? Like, they think they do good to the community, bringing up history and shit. This is history you don't know. All right, making it up as they go. What do they do? Like, what do they do? They don't start, they might start a garden. They might start a food pantry and shit. But they don't never do anything. They sit around talking shit and swallowing spit. Their whole accomplishments are nil. All right, we going to get together and we going to have a poetry night. And we going to get together and we got a food pantry and we got a sweet potato garden that we doing behind the old corner store back here. There's a little plot of land, and if y'all want to bring the seeds for the sweet potato farm that we putting together, because we going to feed about 10 families this year. And, they got their Kofi on, their Kofi hat on, and they just be talking about, we going to have a history night where we going to talk about we was the original Native Americans. All right, we was the original Indians, just so we can say we were. All right, and nobody's going to agree with us because they're holding our history away from us. So even the Native Americans ain't going to agree. All right, but but this is history that is untold, and we're going to tell it to you right now. And yes, by the time the election comes around, the Democrats will have a fish fry. And so we will have a fish fry. There will be catfish nuggets. There will be all kind of cow tongue and pig's feet. And our sweet potato farm should have about 10 potatoes in about 8 months. All right. So if we continue to help one and each one teach one, we'll be able to. All right, yeah. And they got a little patch behind the old corner store that ain't been there for 20 years. But then when Jewish people come and buy it up, all right, and regentrify the neighborhood, they go be like, they trying to move us out. What do you mean they trying to move you out? They let you stay for 20 fucking years. Nobody bought the corner store, and now you want to put a sweet potato patch in the farm. Then the Jewish owner of the store done forgot you didn't ask permission. He done forgot he owned that shit. It was like, oh, hold up. He didn't came downtown. Was like, you know what? We can make this whole neighborhood up. You done woke them up. They trying to move us out of our neighborhood. What do you mean your neighborhood? All right, everybody bring their tax and title to their house. Everybody bring their tax and title to the house. Come on. Bring the title and the motherfucking homeowner's insurance to all your properties in the neighborhood that you live in. All right? And I guarantee y'all there will be 5 people that will be able to dig up title and ownership to property in these neighborhoods. 5 Negroes. And it's going to be everybody else. No proof of ownership. Y'all niggas ain't paid rent in there. Y'all grandmama died and you just moved in. All right. This ain't your neighborhood. They let you stay there until they gentrify the shit. All right. And now they like, all right, move the fuck out. We let y'all stay here and tear it up. You brought the property value down. Now we about to clean house. All right. Anyway, don't own nothing on the street. You got gangbangers claiming the street. This our street. You got to check in. Check into what? Well, this is our place. You don't own none of that shit. You don't own nothing on that street. All right. Why am I checking into a street that you don't own? Nothing on. All right. But anyway, just pro-blacks are irate. But you started this shit. And I'm going to finish it. We do have some, holy mackerel, we do have some brothers over on, what happened over on PayPal? All right. For some reason, the numbers are super fucking high. Somebody donated like crazy. All right. Or maybe somebody's donating to my sweet potato farm idea. All right. I had a sweet potato farm idea. Let's see here. This was from yesterday or this morning. We got our brother here. Jahari Russell says, Ninja, you late. Just kidding. Salute to the coach. Thank you, sir. And then we do have some people sponsoring later on. So I got to get through these mornings PayPals, and I'm going to get to Straggle and Sniggle Theater. And H every day says, top of the morning to you, coach. I might miss part of the early show. No, you won't, because I was late. He says, but I'll double back on the replay. And to your thumbnail, it's never enough. They want it all, and all is not enough. I set small goals for myself, but I hit my targets. You can win battles and still lose wars, so I play like my life depends on it, and I'm not balling, but I can pay for some JUCO trim and catch a flight. My bills be paid up mostly on time, and I'm single by choice. Really by happenstance. I'm not bitter, but I got wiser. Dead weight can sink a ship. And I'm a Navy destroyer. Free agent lifestyle for life. CGA mentality. Let's go. Yes, one bad woman can sink you, man. One bad relationship can really sink you. But, you know, you guys will tell you, well, you know, if you do right, she won't sink you. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, let's do it.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle, okay, we got it. Let's get up to the videos. Only have 3 Straggle and Sniggle Theater videos. We got Lil Duval from Duval, Jacksonville, Florida. Check in. Yes, this does look like Jacksonville, Florida activities here. Take a look at your girl right here. And yes, that is a wig she has on. She is definitely out here culturally appropriating white women with that wig. And yes, she has slippers on or slides. And is she putting duct tape on her tires? Yes, she is.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I'm thinking she also has a compressor, and there must be some air leakage here. We were just talking about people's cars yesterday, especially. Oh my goodness, she got duct tape on everything. And that, oh, she's got the damn donut on the back of the car on the back too. This is definitely a person just skating through life, barely making it. And let me just tell you, whatever she believes is the problem causing her to be in this situation, the problem totally hers. There ain't enough institutional racism that could put you in this place right here in 2025, bro. 2025. I mean, ma'am, yeah, the duct tape can only help so much. It can't keep air in the tire. All right, but you already have the donut on the tire in the back. So this woman is very much scraping through life. I mean, I just talked about this yesterday. I was just talking about this yesterday. I was like, dude, check the back of your car, man. Look at your back tires. She don't even know that the problem is on the inside of those tires. Like, not on the inside, but on the inside side of the tires. Inside, under the undercarriage. All right, she basically probably has all her tread exposed, and that's where the leak is coming from. What does she tighten up over here? All right, this is crazy.
Hey,
and
bro, come on now,
I don't
dog.
need no man.
Come on, man.
All right, yes, and all of the niggas that has been in her life that's messed her life up, this is their fault too. I'm pretty sure. None of this shit is her fault.
It's always Jermaine's fault.
I think there's some men giving her some advice in the background. Let's tune in here.
You
said who's selling tie? Yeah, here. It's a tie shop down the street, y'all. Literally, right down the street.
You gotta turn that power up some more.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
They need to turn it off.
Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit hold now. Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit stick.
Yeah, make sure it holds. Yes, look at this back window, man. My goodness. This is definitely low-end living right here. I mean, I don't understand how people live like this in the United States. You live in the United States. And you had generations of people that lived in the United States. How did you end up here? Like, I mean, but people live like this and they just get through their entire life like this. And then they will call you a broke ninja. They will call you a broke ninja. She will. She will call you a broke ninja. She'll charge you $200 for this little rotten piece of snatch right here. Ugh. I'll pass on a free piece of snatch, all right, because you know Pookie done got a whole bunch of that. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater here. Apparently, women working with cars is not it today. It says, we just girls, again, Strags. All right, this is why I stay away from Strag. Angry Man, I didn't realize this was an Angry Man video. Yes, sir, Angry Man. Tell him what's going on here. The Angry Man got something to say here.
Gee. It's not even going in. It's just falling straight out.
It's just falling straight out. We don't need no man, y'all. We don't need no man. We can get through life without a man. Ma'am, you're going to need definitely an additional piece for that goddamn gas tank. And you do need one more piece for that gas tank. What did you think? And you're out here wasting gasoline like it's cheap out here or free.
It's a whole... Something happened.
And there it is right there. Take a look. These be the girls y'all be jocking on the internet. These be the women that y'all be jocking on the internet. All right? They don't need no man. We don't need men to survive in the world. And, of course, when you're in a bind, you're going to need a man, all right? You're going to need one. And a typical light-skinned, red-bone strag. All right, that is terrible, man. That is an absolute disgrace. Okay, look at this. Wow, man almighty. I hope that's water, because you could light that shit up. Look at this. Can you imagine the stench? Well, gasoline doesn't smell as much as it used to back in the day. They definitely killed out the smell, but take a look. Yep, these are IG baddies. These the bitches that don't need money. These are women out here selling pussy, yep, and saying they making it in life. Yeah, shout out to the ladies there. Somebody said give her a match. I'm surprised they didn't light a match. And sisters, we have Straggle and Sniggle Theater for you again. Miami yacht season is here. Take a look at what we have here. Holy mackerel. And I guarantee you it's a bunch of ninjas in Miami penetrating this on a regular basis. She got titties in the back. Look at this right here. All right.
Oh, the humanity.
Kool-Aid picture. All right. Hey, Kool-Aid. She got 3 red cups, and the woman next to her ain't small either. Look at this. These are y'all's girls, coach. I like them thick, man. I can't help it. And she riding around like she Miss America waving. And look at these armpits. Look at this right here. And you know the dark meat between her legs look just like these armpits, right? You know when you open her legs up, all that dark area, it's going to look just like that, the dark meat. You know what I'm talking about. It's all kind of shriveled up in the middle. You know what I'm talking about. Look at, wow. And how does she find a piece of clothing, an article that can fit? And how did the other person match it? I guarantee they might have made this outfit. All right. All right, man, Miami. All right, Florida catching L's today in this entire stream. We're definitely finding, look at that. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh. And y'all be like, Coach, what's wrong with black women? Oh, my Lord. Hell no. No.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
No.
Come on, man.
Oh. Look at that, man. And she got a pretty cute smile. I mean, that's about it. I mean, she definitely she's got a cute smile. And you know that thing smell like, woo-wee. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride.
They pay for a boat, but not a personal trainer. Priorities. We got some supporters here that we need to acknowledge over on the Ko-Fi. Thank you for being here. We have people giving me show ideas. We have people checking in. Shout out to y'all. Church check in. All right, we got our brother, and I saw a sponsorship, so maybe let me make sure I acknowledge the sponsorship. It is Daddy Trucker. Says, yo, Coach, the sex workers subreddit is complaining that the JUCO girls are undercutting the market. They can't believe that the JUCO girls are charging $500 a month for 5 rounds of clap cheeks. The price of puss goes down as you level up, as we say, all right?
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
As we say, 8s are on discount. 8s are on discount. Yes, dude, the market's going to be flooded. Right now, it's going up because right now there's a lot of women just looking to do this. And this isn't just me saying it. I'm hearing men talk about it. I'm hearing women talk about it. And they're saying, man, it's coming in. The normal average woman is having to do this type of activity. They're having to do this type of activity because they're like, they got to make it through their months. And they're not just selling to 10, 15 people a week or a day. They're trying to find 1 or 2 people to be able to patch their way up to have some fun money. If not, pay for all of their expenses altogether. So the monetized dating marketplace is here 100%. My Ask Coach Greg Adams channel I have this weekend. I have nothing going on this weekend in terms of entertainment or events or travel. So I'm going to start putting out some quick hit videos on the Ask Coach Greg Adams channel talking about the monetized dating marketplace. And you're not going to stop it at this point. Yep, my man said I predicted this years ago. I among other people, that it's where we are in our world today. And you'll be absolutely flabbergasted as who's doing it. We got doctors, lawyers. We have people doing this now. So we're here. You don't have to participate, but it's going to make it harder for you in a dating marketplace. Your regular normie dating marketplace is going to be affected as well. So, you're just going to have, let me just explain real quick. Once a woman monetizes herself, she can never unmonetize herself. Okay, Chris Rock talked about this. Wherever she hits a level, she can never level down. So once she is established, once she has become a bartender, she will always see men as a way to manipulate that guy, flirt with him. Now, she could have a broke boyfriend, but if she ever gets rid of that boyfriend, she will always remember she's monetized herself. And so she can never participate unmonetized. She's going to feel weird. She's going to feel weird doing it. She's going to feel weird doing it. She's going to be like, damn, I feel weird. I haven't hooked up with a guy in a long time. And then she might do it once and twice, and then she'll go back. She'll be like, nah, man, nah. It just feels weird giving him access to me for absolutely nothing. So it's going to make it difficult. I know you might be able to ride it out, but, people will come up with every excuse in the book. Not me. I won't. I don't care, bro. Once she sees her ability to get men to part ways with money to interact with her, she can never go back to doing it differently. Okay, she can never go back. She's a bartender. She works as a Hooters waitress, a stripper. She's always going to see men as marks. All right, she always going to see men as a mark. And yes, I predicted this. I told you in 2018, 2019, I said, but they're going to be selling peace leaves for bottles of water. They're going to be at your door. And this is before really the monetized dating marketplace became overt. All right, I was like, they're going to be at your door. And trust me right now, they're at the door. They're at the door. They're trying to figure out how to see you as much as they possibly can. Yes, the oldest profession. And today's women have to do it. They have to do it. They have to. And one pimp once said, every woman has either thought of, knows someone, or has monetized her vagina. Okay, all women have thought of, know someone, or has already monetized their vagina. Every single woman in America, all of them have. And a woman's going to say, not me. Okay, watch this. Ladies, have you ever said, I'm going to just go get a rich husband? Right? You were frustrated with the dating marketplace. You were frustrated by dating broke guys. And you said, I'm going to just go get me a rich husband. I'm going to just give me a sugar daddy that don't want the sugar. All right. That's an example of you thinking about it. And that's an innocent way. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You've thought of that. You thought of like, fuck, man, you was at work just putting in work like, shit. Damn, if I just got a rich boyfriend, That's you thought about it. You thought about selling your pussy to a guy for money. A boyfriend, a husband, or whatnot. Right? But yep. That's where we are. So shout out to our brother Daddy Trucker with the sponsorship.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right, that's where we at, man. And now they can do it. There's a marketplace for them to do that. So now once they come off of that, they'll start dating normally. All right, for the men. I know women that go off and on the marketplace. They go on, they come back off, they get a little boyfriend, they break up, they go back on. All right. Then they get a boyfriend, they stay on the marketplace, they just don't let you know about it. And what'll happen is you might catch one that's off. Because it's hard work over there. It's not as easy. So what they'll do is they'll go back and get them a normie boyfriend, and then they'll fuck with you, and you be like, oh, man, but you won't know half of it. There's a couple of JUCOs listening to me right now, and I know them. They tell me they watch my show. And they like, man, please don't talk about me, though. I'm all about discretion. I will never tell you about like anybody per se. I will never be like, this is the person, and then show you the picture and be like, I'll tell you, like, you know, all that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to our brother DG Seymour says, Coach, now that Linda Hulk Hogan is broke and busted, you know what time it is. She is now ninja meat. Some YN will swoop in for that, give them the buzzer. Not only would they swoop in for it, they'll make us believe that she's paying him. All right, my girl pays me. All right, they'll make you convinced that, you know, oh, I'm gonna get a Hellcat out of her. You know these ninjas will be, and they lying they fucking ass off. Meanwhile, this is what you gotta smash right here. And you know she cries like this because she be drunk all day long, drunk and high. And this is what ninjas will be smashing, talking about, my girls pay me. Yeah, okay, go ahead. All right, I'll go after cougars. All right, there they go right there. That's a whole puma right there. That's a whole puma. Shout out to the Rare Cuisine. The Rare Lean Cuisine is in the building. Shout out to Aesthetic says, can't even leave Baltimore right now, you bitch-ass ninjas. Ninjas can't even leave Baltimore. Talking about they free. All right, move from Baltimore. All right, anybody right now, move to another place. I guarantee you that shit will be like pulling teeth. You would have to go to your slave catchers to get your free man's paper to take your ass and move across the country. All right, so you stuck where you at. Shout out to our brother here, Mr. Troll to you, just thinking, Coach, when people take your talking points and phrases like meat, they'll say meta or team instead and dress it up like something new. For real, I see this all the time. Now, people might say,
straight jacket.
Coach, man, listen. People might say, Coach, man, listen, you tripping. You tripping, sir? It's easy that people have the same idea and so forth and so on. All right. And, you know, they're not taking your idea. They never heard of you. Nobody's heard of you. But look, many of the videos of me talking about meat, money, energy, attention, and time. I actually saw a guy recently give me a shout out for using meat. These videos have gone viral. We're talking about not just 1 million views. They've gotten 5, 6, 10 million views. And I post them all the time. All right. I was on Facebook and I posted that video. Millions of views. So my point is, bro, somebody, you heard this shit and then came up with the thought. You know, when I came up with meat, I actually addressed where I got the original acronym from, which was a guy named RPM, and he still makes content on here. Okay, RPM called it ATM. All right, and so when I introduced meat, I introduced it first by saying I heard this from RPM called ATM, which is attention, time, and money. And I said, I'm going to just adopt it to money, energy, attention, and time. So I gave credit to the person I heard it from and where I adopted it from. And I said, oh, meat would be interesting, but I gave credit to the original person. All right, but yeah, I mean, these videos have got millions, meaning that most people that see your videos aren't even subscribers. They're not even your followers. Okay, they're not even the followers of you. So by the time it goes viral, the regular world that saw it, right? The people that watching cookie videos have come across this. I was somewhere recently, I think at the gym, And one of the trainers at the gym was like, hey, I saw your video come across TikTok, right? He was like, are you a TikToker? I was like, well, I'm not a TikToker, but he was like, I saw your video on TikTok. And I was like, hey, I know that guy. He's at my gym. So that's an example. Once you go viral, you've entered into the regular sector of the world. So for people to be like, oh, ain't nobody heard of you and ain't nobody, no, trust me, they heard it. They heard it. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Mr. Troll to you. And they just rephrase it a little bit. We got our brother here. It is Big Boss Man says, what the pro whack ass ninjas don't talk about is that the community fetishizes Pookie and Ray Ray. The bimbos want them and the men want to be them because that's what people center their attention around. I've actually talked about this, and Dr. Umar will never talk about it. The pro blacks will never talk about it. Is that the bad boy is always a target of young women. The women are always going to be interested in the bad boys. In many communities, though, some women go too far. They take it too far. You can understand like a woman that's 13, 14, and 15, middle school to high school that really likes the bad boy. But the black community, the majority of women, like I'm talking about the vast majority, 60, 70, 80% of them go after the bad boy well until their 30s, okay? Not only do they go after the bad boy, they typically produce Pookie spawns by these niggas. All right, and they showed you that 50%, most women have multiple kids by these guys. And they'll be mad. One guy will have 3 kids by 3 baby mamas, and they will say that that's a problem. But I'm like, more women have multiple kids by multiple men in that community. Well into their 20s and 30s and 40s, sometimes even Vivica Fox style, 40, 50, and 60. Now, if the vast majority of women are conducting themselves in this behavior as mate selection, these are going to produce bad generations of people, Pookie spawns. And they'll never come off of it. They'll be like, well, I like what I like. If that's if that's going to be an issue in how you mate select, and then you think your community is going to rise from the ashes, if that mate selection continues over generations and generations of fatherless women picking the worst niggas to procreate with, you're not going to have a community. You're not going to have a community, bro. Now, the Asian, look, white women do the same thing, but they clean up their act. They clean their nose up a little bit. Right? They clean their act up after a while. They'll do it 14, 15, and 16, maybe 17, 18, and 19, maybe 20 to 20, and then they'll clean up their act. All right? Then they'll go, that's you.
And that's you.
Asian women might do it for a little bit, right? Or their first men will be some white sugar daddy, all right, that's 62 years old. And Asian women will chase around the Juntu gang and Ricky Tan. They'll do it for a little bit, and then they'll clean up their act, and then they'll start picking some nigga with a pocket pencil protector, okay? The community, those women will do it for years and years and years, and then complain that these type of guys are ruining it when they're the ones picking those type of guys routinely. I was messing with this one sister, beautiful sister, by the way. Chocolatey areolas, beautiful. All right, and she had a friend, educated sister. Who did she pick? She picked the pookiest Nigerian nigga-ish ninja you could possibly pick. He ain't got no car. He uses her car, all of this shit. Reckless. He won't leave her house. Like, she's like, why don't you leave and go back to your house? He won't leave. He's always playing the victim. And this is a smart, intelligent black woman in her early 30s. Out of all the men she could pick, she picked a Nigerian Pookie nigga. A scammer nigga. And she knows what she picked. She picked a scamming Nigerian Pookie. And she highly educated, makes 6 figures a year. 6 figures a year. And she just bought a new car. It's an electric car. And I don't want to say too much because one of these people probably watch me. She bought a nice new car, and he drives the shit. He drives it around. I'm like, bruh. Yeah, she picked the loser, an obvious loser. He going nowhere. Oh, he crashed the car on a vacation, and then try to get into a fight with whoever he crashed the car on. Like, I'm like, bruh. I'm like, this is going to not work, bruh. But, hey, I ain't trying to save these hoes. Go ahead and do it. But I'm like, whatever. Yeah, he eating that cat. He's slurping that punani up, right? He makes her come. So that is what it is. But again, like I said, don't marry your fetishes. You know, smart women don't marry their fetishes. They marry a guy, right? They don't marry their fetish. Dumb people marry their fetish. Dumb people go with people that they try to mate with people that they have great sexual energy with. And then what'll happen is you'll realize that one or both of you are lowlifes. Oh, man. Crazy shit. And then she's going to come out of this 5 years later, battered and bruised up ego with nothing to show for it. This dude will have lived off of her, so forth and so on. And he runs over her. Like, he runs over her. He tell her what you going to do and what you can't do. I'm like, bruh. Now, the problem is she goes for it because she can't stand up to him, but she complains behind his back. All right. So she then complains to her friend, and then my girl, the friend, complains to me. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's her own personal problem. All right. But shout out to these sisters out here with their mate selection. Most black men don't have babies. I think it's less than 45%, 40% of black men have children. That's in comparison to 75% of the black women that have children. So I don't know how you do the math. And 50-something% have kids by multiple men. Ooh, wait. We'll have to do a show on that. Let me do 3 more supports and I'll get on to Crime and Law CGA. Shot X says, Coach, like you, I used to be a pro-black. In college, I used to write short Afro-futurism comic based on ancient African history and folklore. But the pro-black ninjas told me that they couldn't get with it because it didn't involve enough of the struggle. I was like, what the hell, bro? Enough of the struggle.
What the hell? Oh my
and by the way,
God, no way.
He says more Asian, Hispanic, and white classmates supported me than my own people. He says, I want to start doing comics again, but I know I won't be able to count on these pro-blacks to support unless it's about slavery. Shaking my damn head. Slavery got a hold on a lot of black people. Y'all still out here talking about slavery like it's in its effects on you today, which I think is crazy. I mean, it was crazy time, but I'm like, man, it can't be. When was the last time you was a slave? But anybody that's ever opened a business, any black man, and you actually opened a business, you're going to find out what black support looks like. Okay. Sadly enough, and guys, if you want to change this, you change it on yourself. If you're a black man and you open a business and you think your black people are going to help you with that business, you're going to get a rude awakening. It is not going to be them that are going to make you rich. It is not them that's going to keep your business afloat. Now, black folks, it's going to be, you're going to have to get some Jews and some whites and some Asians, Hispanics. You better, for any black man that wants to open a business, do not open it with the mindset that black people are going to help you stabilize that business. You better have a business that is fully available for other people of other races to support it. This is a fact. And I don't want to fucking hear a debate. There's no debate. That's an actual fact. I don't care if you're in Baltimore or Oakland or Atlanta. You're going to need white people. You're going to need white people. Hey, listen, white people make up 60% of the population. And even though they hide in most of these cities, you're going to need them to support your business. That's how you're going to get over. That's how you're going to get over. You're not going to get over black people supporting your business. All right, you're not. I mean, it's a reality. It's a reality. I'm just telling y'all as future entrepreneurs, do not waste your time opening a business thinking that black people are going to support it. All right, they're not going to. They're not going to make you rich. All right, so anyway, it applies in the UK too. This is a fact. I would never open a business thinking I'm going to target black people as it. Maybe if I was selling hair weave or Bullets. Nah, bullets ain't going to be it. Jerry Curl Juice. 100%. Your business is going out of business. And let's just say your business is successful. You would be 10 times more successful if you opened that up to other races of people. Right? All right. And a man supporting men says, salute the CGA and everyone in the chat. Now say it with me. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. All right. Shout out to you.
Where the white women at?
Ooh, wee. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you right there. I think Dr. Umar had the Black Queens Forever moment recently, and he went feral because of it. Okay, what are we doing here? We got Crime and Law CGA. We're moving along. As they say in football, we're matriculating the ball down the field. All right. What are we going here? We got Crime and Law CGA. We got a couple of crimes that we need to report about. Apparently, people are unhinged out here. Protect yourself. We have this woman out here. Oh, my goodness. She kind of looks like Halle Berry if you squint your eyes really quickly there. I mean, something's going on in her life, and she definitely has hungry eyes. It says, mother slits son's throat after Disneyland vacation to avoid returning the son to the father's custody. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get a quick read of the story. A California mother is facing a deletion charge after allegedly slitting her 11-year-old son's throat following a Disneyland trip during a custody visit just before he was set to return to his father's care. Her name is Sarita. It looks like she's either Indian or Pakistani. I'm not sure if that is right there. And her ex-husband had been engaged in a custody arrangement following a 2018 divorce. This is according to the Orange County District Attorney. As part of the custody visits, she took their son on a 3-day trip to Disneyland. On March 19th, when it was time for the boy to return to his father, the woman made a chilling call to 911, confessing that she killed her son and ingested pills in a self-deletion attempt. Well, you guys know that women lead in self-deletion attempts, but they are the least successful at pulling it off. All right. They always will attempt it, but they will never really have to completion. They hate the father more than they love the child. Additional details. The tragic events unfolded at the La Quinta Inn in Santa Ana, California. When authorities arrived, they found the boy's lifeless body in a Momo with a large kitchen knife found at the scene. The woman was arrested on suspicion of taking a person's life away, and she is now charged with 1 felony count of taking a life away and 1 felony enhancement for the use of a weapon. There it is right there.
I got to cut you.
She faces a max sentence of 26 years to life in prison if convicted. There she is right there. Goodness gracious.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Okay. That's crazy. Crazy times, man. They love the kid. They hate the father more than they love the kid. All right, we have 3 girls here, teenage girls, age 14, 15, and 16. Calm down now, boys. 3 teenage girls were arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for attempting to stab their mother for turning off the Wi-Fi.
Now I got to cut you.
It says 3 teenage girls are in custody after allegedly planning to kill their 39-year-old mother because she turned off their Wi-Fi in their Texas home. According to ABC 7 report, the Harris County deputies said the incident occurred overnight in Houston on Sunday, and the teenagers, age 14, 15, and 16, all female, reportedly grabbed kitchen knives and chased their mother through the house and into the street in an attempt to stab the mother.
Now I got to cut you.
Authorities say one of the mother was struck with a brick. Okay, one of the mothers, I'm actually confused now. Okay, but maybe they didn't mean to say that. Authorities said The mother was struck with a brick by one of her daughters. In addition, their 70-year-old grandmother was also knocked down while trying to protect her daughter. Despite the violent attack, neither women sustained serious injuries. It says the 3 siblings were arrested and charged with aggravated assault. They were booked in the Harris County Juvenile Detention Center. I would love to see a picture of this. And as you notice, there is no man involved right there. All right. Authorities say one of the mother was struck. All right. That's what it says right there. One of the mother was struck. Okay. I don't know what that means. All right. One of the mother. Okay. But by the way, here, no man. We have a grandmother. We have 3 generations of fatherless, manless bitches. Fatherless, manless bitches. Obviously not a man, not a nigga in sight. And all y'all got is wild, banshee women running around trying to cut a bitch. All right, maybe there's footage of this. Let's see what we got here. We do got a white woman on our screen right now. So
Where the white women at?
That ain't her.
In custody tonight after police say they plan to kill their own mother. And they say that it's all because their mom turned off the Wi-Fi. It happened overnight on Barker's Crossing near Barker Cypress in northwest Harris County. That's where we find Fox 26's Jade Fleury on this disturbing story.
Ooh, Jade. God. Jade Fleury. Hello. All right. Does she have a bind? Oh, I want to get that neck. Look at that mulatto. Look at that mulatto.
Well, fortunately, the Harris County Sheriff's Office says that the teen's mom was not seriously injured after her own daughters tried to stab her with knives. And we spoke with some nearby neighbors who tell us that disturbances happen frequently at the family home.
Of course it does.
They're known for that in this neighborhood.
They're known for that in this neighborhood. We still don't got a race here.
Are in custody tonight.
Where the race of these people at? Let me see if I can find the race of these people. All right. They might be Mexican. All right. 3 teenage daughters. All right, try to kill mom over Wi-Fi. I got to get a picture. Let me see if we got images. All right, I guess they're minors, so I guess we won't see any images there. All right, but yeah. Guess what race they are? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess they're minors, so we'll never know. You think they white? Are they white? They're white. All right, okay. That's the type of shit. How do y'all know? All right. I don't have any images. How do you have the images at? All right. Let me see here. Oh, y'all think that they're white. All right. Yeah. White women do kill their parents a lot. All right. What do we got here? We have. What is this? Why is this on Crime and Law? All right. That shouldn't be on Crime and Law. All right, we got the next one here. Speaking of white women doing white women things right here. Content creator arrested for doing the nasty acts with her dog and selling the videos for $500.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, on Friday, March 21st, Marion County Sheriff Office. Is this Florida? Where's Marion County? Or is that Marion County is... Can't think of where that is. All right, but it says the major crimes detectives Jordan Batts slapped the handcuffs on a woman after it came to light that she was allowing her dog to lick her peace sleeve.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yes, she was having her dog Lily Lint lick her carpet. I've been telling you that this is going to be a thing for a long time. Haven't I been telling y'all this? I've been telling y'all this since I started doing content. That I've had a lot. This is Florida? Okay, of course. Of course it's Florida. Not a surprise. Okay, Florida gonna take a lot of L's today. I've been saying for a long time that I've been highly suspect with these relationships with dogs and women. Women be treating dogs like they're their kid. All right, and I'm like, dude, the way these horny women act, it wouldn't be surprised me if they took a scoop of peanut butter and they just let the dog go ham on they little Lily Lint lick. All right. I've been saying that for a minute. Okay. Then people thought I was crazy. According to reports, her name is Logan Gaminsky, aged 27, was utilizing social media sites like Instagram and Snapchat to post videos of herself with her Chihuahua Princeton in compromising position. Gominski was selling her videos to social media users. One Snapchat user paid $500 for a 32-second video. Oh boy, here she is. And take a look at this sloppy yoga right here. This is not even a bad looking woman. I mean, come on. This is an everyday woman. And she ain't even that bad out of shape. She just a little plain. And this is who y'all can't get dates with. This is who's calling y'all broke. This is who's calling y'all, there's no economically attractive men. No wonder they don't need no man. They got tools in the drawer. They got dogs licking them. They making money on the side, getting the dog that Lily Lent licked. This is disgusting.
Oh, that's nasty.
And look at her, man. This is a regular chick. Oh, okay, there it is. Gominski is her name, born in 1998. Okay. Sexual activity involving an animal, filming sexual activity involving an animal. All right, the Marion County, Florida. Oh, it is say Florida right there, South Florida. All right, this is crazy stuff. And yeah, man, her face is a mess. Moles everywhere. Oh, okay. All right, there she is right there. There she is with her dog, bruh. Like, oh man, the poor dog, and the dog looked guilty as hell right there. The dog looked guilty, abused. All right, the dog's like, no more, please.
I smell pussy.
I can't take no more. You want me to Lily lick your feet, Lily lick your feet, Lily lick your dookie hole? I can't take no more. Her parents like, she never leaves the house. Right, she never leaves the house. And that's a whole muskrat right there. Oh, my goodness. Muskrat Susie. Muskrat Sam. Do the jitterbug in Muskrat Land. All right, look at this. Oh.
Where the white women at?
The poor dog is traumatized. All right, no more every day. Come on, Fido. All right, he like shaking in his boots. Look at this, man. This is crazy. Ladies, y'all disgusting. Y'all disgusting people, man. All right, there she is right there. Look at the poor dog. Worn the fuck out. All right, the dog is worn out. Every day, this has got to be some sort of work violation for the dog. All right, the dog's like,
did you eat that cat?
Why we laughing at this? This is disgusting, man. All right, she need to go to jail. All right, the dog definitely looking guilty right here.
Did you eat that cat?
Yep, he did eat that cat. Come on, man. This shit is wild. Oh, no. Damn.
Did you eat that cat?
Damn, look at him. He just trying to catch some sun. All right, and then she walk in the house. All right, get the licking. Oh, my goodness.
Did you eat that cat?
This is a damn crazy shit. All right, he ain't overworking his poor dog. All right, $500 a pop for a video. She got this cat. Well, she got this dog, Lily Lent, licking him. Oh my goodness, he like, this smells terrible down here. I can't take no more.
Gotcha, bitch.
I can't take no more.
I smell pussy.
All right, lock her ass up. We got one more crime and law video here, and it is a woman that I guess a man was saved after 4 years in prison when the accuser admitted that she lied. All right, we're going to try to catch as much story of this right here. We have a false alligator.
Some developing news this midday today. Elizabeth Coast admitted she put an innocent man behind bars.
I'm Andy Fox, Miss Coast, and I want to know why you lied. I want to know why you lied and put a man in a prison for 4 years and committed perjury. I want to know why you lied.
She do not give less than a fuck.
And put Mr. Montgomery in prison. Do you have anything to say to him?
Many months later.
Coast attorney Ron Smith said she should be given credit for coming forward, even though it took her almost 5 years. Judge Bonnie Jones agreed, giving Coast a 2-month sentence, which she can serve on weekends beginning this weekend.
This man did 4 years in state prison because this woman straight up lied on him. And the judge doesn't give her a year, doesn't give her 6 months. The judge gives her weekend jail for 2 months. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to this content creator here. I've seen him before. Nate the Lawyer.
Now, just imagine being sentenced to 40.
They're used to Nate the Lawyer.
5 years in prison for a crime you didn't commit. Well, that's exactly what happened to Jonathan Montgomery. Now, our story starts back in 2007 where Elizabeth Coates' mom caught her looking at some objectionable material online. Now, her mom kept pressing on why she was looking at these sexualized pictures online, and she told her mom that she had been introduced to these pictures and things of this nature by Montgomery. She then told her parents that when she was 10 years old, she was attacked by Montgomery in her grandmother's backyard. Now, police were able to track down Montgomery, who had moved to Iowa some years ago. Coates then later identified Montgomery and he was charged. Now, here is the district attorney's office explaining what evidence they had to convict Montgomery. But first, here's a word from our sponsor, Incogni. Let me ask you something. How much of your personal information do you think?
Whoa. We ain't got no sponsor in here that I ain't getting paid from. Next. All right. Let's get a little bit more of this story here.
Well, it's because of what's known as data brokers. See, they collect...
Whoa, Nate. Calm down. Skip here. Let's skip here. Skip. All right, here we go.
Coast's story was specific, credible, and most importantly, consistent through hours of relentless questioning.
It's really hard to keep up with the same lie. It takes a special type of person to be able to really pull off something of this magnitude. There was a cousin who came forth and remembered back then the relationship between the alleged victim and the alleged suspect in the case, Mr. Montgomery.
Bell says Coast's cousin and her mother told police Montgomery was infatuated with her. They said Coast began to look at pornography after she was sexually abused. Prosecutors noted the behavioral changes as evidence the rape really happened.
Now, I want to make it very clear. He was 100% innocent. So with absolutely no physical evidence, only thing you have in this case was a he said versus she said. And what she said was enough where a judge sentenced Montgomery to 45 years in prison. Here he is serving that sentence. Now, 4 years go by and Elizabeth Coast is now a civilian employee at the police department. Coast then had a relationship with one of the police detectives and told the police detective that she had ruined a man's life and spilled the beans on what happened. Then a couple of days later, Coast made a videotaped confession explaining that she had falsely accused Montgomery after being caught by her mother looking at sex stories on the internet.
Ms. Coast, this is the man that you've sent to prison for 4 years on a lie, that you committed perjury and have now admitted to it. And I want to know why you lied. We interviewed Jonathan Montgomery, who's still in prison. Asked him, is he angry?
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed that she didn't come out with this sooner.
I don't have any comments. Please
at least say that you're...
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
You're sorry. At least say that you're sorry.
She can't even do that. Look, she don't even want to say she's sorry, bruh, because she not sorry. I sorry. We talked about this thing with where I said if women had as much strength and money as men, only about 20 men would be alive, and that's all they need to procreate. Then they would just be out here death by snoo. Because you guys think that they have some sort of moral high ground. Oh, well, why would a woman lie? Why would she do stuff? Well, women lie. They're psychopath. They're psychopath men. They're psychopath women. But we are all accustomed to expecting men to be psychopaths. And then when a woman does this, we're like, I can't believe it. I can. They fully capable of doing some shit like this with no remorse. And definitely is not apologetic about it. Certainly not going to apologize to anyone else for wasting all this court case. And then not only that, bringing other people in to back up and validate her case, right? Her mother did so. Her cousin did so. She probably had a therapist because her behavior changed. Well, I noticed her behavior changed. Why? Because she got caught. She got caught looking at prawn. And in the history of our world, women have always been getting caught doing things like this and blaming people. Emmett Till. okay, when they wanted to get freaky. Yeah, she was a young girl watching prawn, and she probably wasn't enjoying it. And, of course, when she got caught, 1-900 blaming ninja. All right, find any ninja, the closest ninja you can find. I'll ruin his life as opposed to apologizing and taking accountability. So, yeah, this is a sad story there. I'm pretty sure there's more story to it, but I'm not going to play the whole video. You can check out Nate the Lawyer's channel related to that video right there. That's Crime and Law, CGA. We got to say evil world we're living in, and we need to do that now because we live in a really, really evil world.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, we're going to start off with this right here. We have first, on It's an Evil World We Live In, we have this woman right here, as people have been learning on social media that a religious woman is a 304's last form. All right, that has been going around the internet the last couple of months, and people have been catching on. We're actually noticing this. We've been calling it the repackaging of the peace leave. This is what we've been calling it for years, where a woman will go through life. They will do a whole bunch of things. They may grow up in church. They will backslide, and then they will go reintroduce themselves to the church. Now, when they do this, they will come out and say that they're a God-fearing woman. They've always been part of the church, but there was a period of time when they were going through something. They were dealing with a lot. They were dating. They were stripping on the side. Whatever they were doing, they left God and said, only God can judge me. But then when they go back to the church, you will think that they're a God-fearing woman, when in fact, they've just repackaged their punani in a last-ditch effort attempt to attract a mark. All right, and so this is why you have to look at the church as not the best fertile ground to find a mate, especially if you're an older man. If you're a young man and you grow up with the ladies through Sunday school, that's one thing. And you've seen each other grow up and you know each other's families, that's one thing. But when you re-enter the church and you find some of these repackaged peace leaves, you will think that these women are God-fearing, righteous. These women have been filled with the Holy Ghost. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. She been redeemed. She been redeemed. Yes, I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Filled with the Holy Ghost I am. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. Everybody sing it. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Filled with the Holy Ghost I am. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. Sing it with me. All right, anyway. All right, so they've been redeemed. All right, but before that, they've been getting ramdeemed.
In these streets.
They've been getting ramdeemed in these streets. So let's take a look right here. We have a 304's final form as a religious woman or repackaging the punani. And yes, that's a hottie beast right here. Here we go.
But wait, yes, sir.
Let's take down right here. So she got the Kirk Franklin.
Get ready.
So it says no one talks about going from this, which is the streets,
In these streets.
to this, all right? And so there she is drinking, smoking, straight West Coasting, and now she's baptized, and look, she put on a little bit more conservative dress. She out here reading the Bible. That's a pretty sister, too. I'll put some on her forehead, too. I'm telling you. Tell that sister to come my way, all right? I'll make a good wife out of her. But nobody talks about this, the streets, all right? The streets are always a part.
Going to the streets. End of story.
The streets are always a part of the story because they got to use their best, most fertile and fun years, which are their early 20s to their mid-20s, all right? They got to use them years to capitalize on that marketplace. But after getting dicked down, 2 early terminations of pregnancies and several STI scares, the streets are now not good enough. She done been redeemed. She been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Filled with the Holy Ghost I am. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. Never be fooled by a born-again Christian.
It's an evil world we live in.
Never be fooled by a born-again Christian. This is why the divorce rates in the Christian church is super duper sky high. Because you got a lot of these repackaged born-again Christians, repackaged punani. She a cutie too. All right, I'll fix her mind. That's all I'll do. All right, and this is the type of woman you meet after she done been rolling around in the hay for 5 to 8 years. This is the type of woman you meet that she make you I want to wait. All right, I did Sierra's got Lord's Prayer. I want to wait until marriage. Yep, she was selling, before she was selling Purity, she was selling Putty Cat. She definitely was selling Putty Tat. All right, I think I saw a Putty Tat. All right, and now she's selling Purity. All right, but she definitely was out here. Look at her. Ooh, I would fold her ass up like a love letter from the 2nd grade. All right, I will fold that shit up. Hey, if this woman's watching me, come on over to CGA's house. I'll make a good wife out of you. Now, you're going to be one of the wives. I'm going to just let you know. You ain't going to be the only one up in this motherfucker. All right, but I might make you number one. You can be the number one spot, the woman that I take out. All right, all of a sudden, she don't want to suck your dick on a date no more. Well, I've had issues. I've had trauma in the past. Somebody didn't tell me they had herpes. Their dick was out here looking like Almond Joy. And I sucked it once, pause. And now I had herpes on my tongue, all right? And then all of a sudden, now you got to pay for that. Well, I don't got herpes on my dick, so go ahead and slurp up. Let's go. Slurp up, lady. I would love to see them lips wrapped around CGA. Let's go. All right, but where these born-again Christians coming from out here, man? I'm going to tell you, it's an evil world out here. Watch out for these born-again.
It's an evil world we live in.
These born-again Christians. And then they take beautiful women out here, and they be like, oh, look. All right, and then they want to put them all out in the front, get you out here witnessing, invite you to church. All right, and then she tapping you on the shoulder. Hi, Mr. Negro. And you're like, hi there. She's like, I just saw something about you, and I just figured I wanted to introduce myself. And you like, you want to introduce yourself to me? You want to introduce yourself to me? She was like, yeah, I just wanted to get a chance to talk to you. I saw you walking down the street. Oh, really? Because I saw you walking down the street. You were walking down the street. I'm watching ladies go by watching you. And she like, yeah, man, you know, I got to ask you something. And I'm like, you want to ask me something? Oh, my Lord, you are very forward, man. Ooh, I bet you, I want to see what your lips do. You want to see my lips do? Well, what you doing on Saturday night? Saturday night? What am I doing on Saturday night? She's like, yes. What are you doing on Saturday night? This must be my lucky motherfucking day. As a matter of fact, my Saturday night is free and clear. My Saturday night is free and clear, baby. What you want to do? All right, you want to do something Saturday night? She was like, yeah. I want to invite you to my church. We having a special ceremony, you know, where we bringing new people in on a Saturday before our Sunday service. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the fuck.
Gotcha, bitch.
Hold up. Hold up. Wait. I thought you were inviting me over to get my damn dick sucked on Saturday. You asked me about Saturday night. Okay, now you trying to invite me to church and Bible study for a special ceremony of reformed, repackaged 304s and skeezers. All right, what the fuck is going on here, you goof-ass broad? Hey, listen, this is a bait and switch. All right, you goofy-ass broad. Hey.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, man, no. Don't be trying to pull the okey doke on me. See, she pulled the okey doke on my goof ass. All right, Saturday night, I'm yours, baby. Okay, since you're free, come to my favorite Bible study night. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. I see what you did. All right, and so I can see you in there with them titties out. All right, all in there praising the Lord and shit, wanting to grab them titties and shit.
Put your titties the fuck away, bitch.
I'm not.
Put your titties away. The police are on their fucking way right now.
I'm covering them up. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell her, man. And she trying to cover them titties up now. Get them titties out, man.
Put your titties the fuck away, bitch.
I'm not.
Put your titties away. The police are on their fucking way right now.
I'm covering them up. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right. Hey, man, don't fall for these reformed 304s out here, man. They out here just trying to finesse y'all ninjas.
It's an evil world we live in.
They trying to finesse y'all ninjas. All right, this is crazy. All right, speaking of, we have a woman, they called her a shouty. All right, shout out to Shouty. Shouty says, if you want her, you have to become a stepfather to 3 kids. And she also says she won't date guys who has kids already. Okay, here we go.
3 kids. I will not be dating men that have kids. You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason. If you are not licking the fucking floor that I walk on, you are not going to be with me. Like, my standards are so much more higher now than before I had kids, which is fucking insane. So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl. And my kids are fucking bad. I know what comes with dating somebody with kids, and I don't fucking want it. I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. If you're going to be a stepdad, you are going to have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like, if you want to take that role of a stepfather, you have to pay for some of their things. There's just no way that you're just gonna be my partner and not a father figure for them, you know? A lot of you may ask yourself, what are you gonna bring to the table, Lindsay? What are you gonna... My fucking love and affection, bitch, and my fucking time. Like, that's what I'm gonna bring to the fucking table. You're gonna fucking be with me because you love me. Mom of 3 kids, I will not be dating men that have kids.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
All right, Reverend X, thank you, man. You were a little late to the party. We needed Reverend X. All right, come on. And for the ladies, shout out to this gordita. Dita. And look at that big old chin torta right there. Hey, ladies, I want the ladies to know that you, when you talk like this and you're single and you're well put together, you think like, I got my standards high. I squat 250. I wrote 3 books. I speak 4 languages, right? You guys think that you sound different, or as I should say, differently. I think that's grammatically correct. Maybe I'm wrong. You think you sound differently than the other women, right? And a lot of women don't realize that y'all all sound the same. All right, especially when y'all trying to get a relationship with a mark-ass nigga. You guys come out here talking about my standards are high. All right, I deserve. All right, you deserve it. And you think because you got a couple of degrees and you done island hopped and you done a couple of things and now you 32 that you could just come on out here and get to the front of the line. And then you think, well, I'm different than these other ones. Y'all sound like the same bitches. I don't care if I'm on Bumble, Tinder, Sugar Daddy app. If I'm outside at the bar, the club, I'm watching women looking like Miss Piggy with warts on their nose saying the same thing as the born-again Christian bitch, all right? You guys are saying nothing different, okay? You all asking for the same shit and getting fucked by the same niggas, all right? It's not even close. For men, we are the ones that got to hear this, not just from attractive women, not from hot women. We got to hear these from tortas trying to tell us what the fuck we gonna do and when. They trying to tell us, you know, they trying to tell us to jump. And we're like, okay, I can't deal with these. Let me go ahead and deal with somebody attractive. She telling you the same shit. You're like, whoa, holy mackerel. All right, my standards have gotten super duper high after I let 3 essays nut in me. I guarantee you there's at least 2 baby daddies. One's deported and one is in jail. All right, they ain't even around. And I'm supposed to pay for these little Hectors and Mondos and goddamn Garcias. All these goddamn Ramirez's and Rodriguez's. I don't need to pay for 3 different kids with 3 different Mexican last names. All right, hell no. Hernandez and them. All right. What's this kid's last name? Hernandez. What's his? Rodriguez. What's his? Fucking Ramirez. All right. Fuck out of here.
You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason. If you are not licking the fucking floor that I walk on, you are not going to be with me.
Yeah, if you're not licking the floor, man, you know you down bad. You know you down bad when you talking like this. You know you ain't got no chance. Look at this shape of this. Look at this, bruh. And dudes date girls like this. My man said mouthful of silver teeth. Yep, all them kids got silver teeth right across the front of their grills. You already know it, and she ain't even got no shade for this goddamn window here. This is terrible. No mini blinds or nothing.
Like, my standards are so much more higher now.
So much more higher now. And my man said she eating that goddamn salad with a plastic fork. Or is that salad? That's pollo. She eating that pollo loco, talking about her standards are high.
Than before I had kids, which is fucking insane.
It is.
So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl.
Oh, there's a little girl here too. I didn't hear that.
And my kids are fucking bad.
And they're bad kids. Yep. Definitely got silver teeth. She definitely from Albuquerque or Tucson, Arizona. Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Tucson, Arizona. Her kids definitely got a mouthful of silver. All right.
Mm-hmm. I know what comes with dating somebody with kids, and I don't fucking want it. I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. If you're gonna be a stepdad, you are gonna have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like,
really? I mean, she gotta be trolling. This gotta be trolling. She gotta be trolling us with this. Good luck out here, gentlemen. All right, I'll never pay, coach. All right, we got another brother here. This is a video that seems to be a part of some sort of game show. I can't identify it, but maybe you know. And they've clipped it and put some weird music on the back of it. But let's go ahead and play it right here. Gentlemen, definitely when you're dealing with white women, they're very sneaky, conniving individuals. They'll tell you one thing to your face and they'll say it with a smile. And they'll be like, you can believe me. You can totally trust me. Do not trust them. They will lie right to your face. All right. So this brother, he definitely looks like a black man that's not accustomed to dating white women. All right. So what'll happen is he gets his first white woman and she whispers sweet nothings into your ear and you fall for a hook, line, and sinker. So this game show appears to be that if you want to date the person, you either date him or take money. You guys know how this will end, but let's go ahead and see it. 46 seconds.
I can see why you're single, probably.
Yeah, I've been single for a long time. How long have you been single for?
Like 4 months.
Ooh, you sure you're ready for me?
I'm ready.
I've been single for 2.5 years.
Are you sure you're ready for me?
I don't know. I like how this is going. If there was no one here who wanted to date and like I was to like lean in for a kiss, what would you do?
Kiss you back.
The person I think is actually interested in me and is not here for the money is number 3. So, I want to come up to you and ask you one question.
I think he's right, he must be right.
If you're here for the money, you take the money. Are you here for love or here for money?
I'm sorry. But you can still take me on a date and we can like work out if it's true. Like once you go black, we never go back.
Oh my God.
Okay, somebody said he's a UK YouTuber. All right, but yeah, look at what happened. Hey man, everybody has to learn.
Gotcha, bitch.
Everybody has to learn, guys. You're not let me just say this, gentlemen. You're nothing special out here. Women, there's not a woman in the world that looks at you as you're special. Now, hear me out. Hear me out, ladies. I know. There could be a woman that is infatuated with you. Yes, women get infatuated with you. In fact, that is one of the best stages that you can have with a woman as a man, when she's infatuated with you. Now, the infatuation can last for a period of a couple of weeks, months, and it can go on for years. But when that infatuation leaves and it's gone, you're nothing to her. You're absolutely nothing. So this goes, you might say love, but I say infatuation. Where other than the infatuation period, women don't see any of you as remarkable. Okay, none of you guys are special or remarkable to women. Now, there might be something that you do to her that is remarkable that sets you apart from another person. But as Chris Rock talked about, most of you guys are on conditional relationships with women. There is a condition that exists that makes her stick around and use you like a leech or a parasite. Once that condition is removed, you're nothing special to them. She will walk past you like you don't exist. But if a condition does exist, you're funny. She's normally not dealing with funny guys, but you're funny. You have money. You have a look, a certain look. You're good in bed. You lily lint liquor. All right, you eat that cat. Whatever it is.
Did you eat that cat?
It could be anything. Whatever that is, if that condition changes, then you're pretty much nothing to them, which means in effect, if they don't know who you are, you certainly should not trust any idea that she has, that she's going to be loyal and dedicated to you. You're nothing special to them. You're nothing special to them. In fact, the women that are disagreeing, I got somebody that's special to me. You got one person that's special to you, and he's with you. You're with him conditionally. Soon as the condition changes, he's paying your bills or mortgage, or he pays 50% of the reals. Or soon as he stops doing that, your view of him being special is going to change a 90% chance. Okay, 90% chance. So this goes to show for the men, we're talking especially young men, women do not view you as anything remarkable or special. Even if you do stand out remarkably amongst a group of men, they still might not even find you remarkable. They will find you useful. They find you to be useful. Not remarkable, but useful. And in this situation, I'm proving this to be true. She was buttering his ass up because she found him to be useful. Then when it came down to what? The moment of truth, all that buttering up was to get what he was useful for, okay? Which he thought it was intimacy, infatuation, maybe a date. And she might have still been interested in that, but she said, but what I really want is what you are useful for. Let me get that first. Then I might be able to even do the other things secondary. This includes your wife and your kids. This includes all type of women, your mama, all the way across the board. You're not special to them. You're useful. And she found the way to seduce you, and you fell for it. She just start telling you, look at it, and she will look dead in your eyes and tell lies. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. She'll tell it to you. What you want me to tell you? You got the best baloney pony out here. You got the biggest deals, Nick. You make me nut on your dick all the time. I only think about yours. I'm loyal. I ain't never going to need another dick other than your. She'll tell you this right to your face. And then she will stab you in the back. All right. And she will not care, because what is her goal? To survive. Gentlemen, her goal is to survive. Her goal is to pay bills. Her goal is to, by any means necessary, they will do it. They will do it. All right. This is interesting, right? Right to his fucking face. And look, this ninja thought he was special. I always have to tell guys. Niggas always gotta show they teeth. You guys always think you're something special out here. And I'm not trying to ruin it, because, guys, women lie to me all the time. They lie to me all the time. And I just be like, yeah. You know what I mean? You just saying that. You're just saying that. And part of the conditions is, if they can convince you that they're the only one that does it, then they really got you. The only leverage is if you can prove that, oh, I can replace you. So I wasn't just depending on your love or your. But when you show abundance, that's when they get a little bit shaky. People call this competition anxiety in the dating market, in the dating coach. Soon as there's competition anxiety, they got to play this a little bit different. Right? Soon as you say you ain't the only one, they got to play a little bit different. Some women won't even engage anymore. Oh, there's another girl? I'm out. Why? Because she knows she can't finesse you if there's other competition. That means she got to be better. She got to be a better finesser. She got to play the long game. It ain't because you're going to fuck another girl. She might say that, oh, I don't share. What it is she's got to compete against someone else. So that means she could be completely infatuated with you one moment, find out you have another girl, and she's out. She will back out of the whole thing. She will lose the infatuation overnight. She was so in love with you one minute, you found out, oh, there's another girl you got to compete with. Her infatuation will skedaddle. Gone. All that love shit is gone right out the window. I thought y'all was the best. I thought I was super fucking funny. I thought I was good to hang around. Soon as there's another bitch, you skedaddling. What happened to all that fucking love? How I thought I was funny. Okay? I thought you enjoy hanging out with me. See, these are why I tell you they're lying to you. If they really liked you, they would just be like, whatever, bitch ain't better than me. But she told you all those lies with the idea that she was going to butter you up and get access to what she needed. This happened on the game show. She buttered his ass up to isolate him against the other competition. Once he eliminated all the competition, she showed you who she really was. Once he got rid of all the other bitches, she said, now I can play my hand. Am I telling you the truth here? I won't lie to you, gentlemen. They'll lie to you. I won't. They'll lie to you. I won't. They'll lie to you. I won't. Okay. And this goes for every single one of them. And this face right here, I love to see this face on men. I love to see men think, she really like me. There's something about me. All right. She like the way I smell. She like my game. She like my mouthpiece. She like my deals, Nick. I love seeing young brothers like this. Because I be like, okay, nigga, keep thinking your shit don't stink. Keep thinking your shit don't stink. I always tell these guys, they be like, because I'm the man, They get real egotistical because in their world, female validation is everything. And so they really be thinking, they really be smelling themselves. They be like, you just don't understand, coach. They just like me like that. I be like, okay, nigga. Keep living. Keep living. Let her gas your ass up. Because when it's time to pull out the skitty pop, she going to get your ass and you going to be looking stuck on stupid. Go ahead. Keep thinking that you something special out here, nigga. Let me just tell y'all, ladies, speaking from the ladies' perspective, if you guys knew what women really thought of y'all, none of y'all would ever listen to a word they say. You wouldn't, because I've worked and lived around women. I know women like the back of my hand. I understand them. I've hung out with them when I was the only guy and it was a room full of women and they just said what they had to say. They are not that gullibly stupid in love with you. They are training you. They're getting you wrapped around her finger. They're guiding you. They're literally coaxing you to do all of these goofy ass shit. And they're telling you what you want to hear. They're feeding your ego. They're building you up. When they get with their girlfriends, when they get with you and they be like, you're just the best. You're so funny and rich and handsome. When they get with their friends, she be like, girl, I'm buttering this motherfucker up. I'm putting in work. I think I got one. I got one on the fucking hook. All right, I be telling them he this. I be telling them I'm squirting on this Jimmy. All that. All that. I'm going to get his ass. I'm going to train him right up, and then I'm going to get his ass I'm going to get his ass with the big hook. That's what she's saying. And then when she tell you stuff and she see your goof ass looking like this, she like, I got this motherfucker. Look at him. I got this goofy ass. You're the best, honey. You're the best. You guys got to believe me, man. If this video don't prove it, I don't know what will. And then you come out to get in my face looking like this, telling me you the best out here. And I'm like, Negro, please. Mustache having with whiskers like a rat compared to beans, you're whack. Nigga, you work for UPS compared to Eddie. Do not let these women gas your motherfucking head up. Please. Look, and one more time for the women. Ladies, tell these Negroes, and I'm talking about all of y'all, white Negroes, Asian Negroes, whoever watching me, y'all all Negroes. Tell these Negroes that these Negroes ain't even indistinguishable between one Negro and the next Negro. If two people are outside, two of you white, Indian, Persian Negroes was outside, and the women were outside walking, you know how they walking? They be walking in their high heels, looking down so they don't fall. And they see two of you goofy ass, mark ass niggas standing outside. They knew nothing about you. They didn't know how charming you are, how much money you had, how funny you are, how much you can bend them over, how much you can pull their hair and smack them on the ass. If they didn't know shit about you, all them hoes will walk clearly past you. Clear. past you, won't even look your way. I'm telling you the truth. If they knew nothing about you, no characteristics, no nothing, they wouldn't even associate with you, let alone have a conversation with you, ninja. They would keep on walking. Keep on walking. I ain't talking to you. This nigga right here. This is what y'all need to hear. They don't care about how much muscle you got, nothing. That's inconsequential to them. They want to know what you can give them. Once they figure that out, then you'll start to see them interacting with you. You're so handsome. Your smile so beautiful. And they'll tell you all this goofy ass shit. Okay. He said the chat done got slow now because I'm hitting y'all with this, what they call it, liquid swords. They don't know who the fuck you are. They will not even associate with you. This is called Briefolds Law. But as soon as they find something that they can get and need, which is company, money, energy, attention, time, company, humor, dick, whatever it is, then they'll start buttering your motherfucking ass up. They'll have your ass, she be looking like Miss Butterworth. And then you'll be looking at this like me. You be looking like this at me, coach. You don't understand. I got the mouthpiece. And our love is like no other love. And I'm the best sex she ever had. And you looking like this. Let me play the video. Got his ass looking stupid right now.
I can see why you're single, probably.
Yeah. I've been single for a long time. How long have you been single for?
Like 4 months.
Lies. How do we know that's a lie? That's too damn easy. I see why you've been single. So she, she catered to his ego for a bit. And look at her ass, up and to the right. How long have you been single? Up and to the right. Up and to the right. Looking up and to the right to grasp the lie right out the fucking air. Oh, not that long. She got dick down yesterday. Townsend's butter by CGA. $250 in her pocket. Yep, I got that big old pog. All right, I got that pog, clapped her cheek. She was in and out of the house in 42 minutes. Pulled her hair, slapped her on the ass. She got red hand marks on her ass right now. Talking about 4 months. Butter his ass up.
I've been single for a long time. How long have you been single for?
Like
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months. They would know how many.
Ooh, you sure you're ready for me?
I'm ready.
I've been single for
ready.
2.5 years.
Are you sure you're ready for me?
You ready for me? You ready for me, bruv?
I don't know. I like how this is going. If there was no one here who wanted to date and I was to lean in for a kiss, what would you do?
Kiss you back.
I'll kiss you back. See, now here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. White women do have this ability to do this over not just black men, but many men. They're absolutely polite. They're polite. Right? Sometimes they don't seem like they have a big barrier up. So they seem easy. This is why they have a reputation for being easy. But also, United Kingdom brothers are softer than goddamn Charmin toilet tissue. So this is why that if you're masculine over in the UK, you can do well over there. They're not used to dealing with masculine men. They used to dealing with men that walk on a fucking hip, do like this. They walk soft over there. They walk soft over there. So she getting this ninja all in his heart and his gut. Bruv. What would you do? I would kiss you. Niggas, are y'all this hard up for a kiss? Y'all hard up for a kiss. All right, what would you do if I walked over there? I would be like, I will put this all up in your mouth. Right? I will butter your tonsils. I will pull your hair back. Slap you right on the ass. That's what I would do. And I will get that fucking neck. All right? Don't come over here talking to me. I'm a grown-ass man. Yep, niggas walking out with they capri pants and they fucking loafers with no socks on. Niggas' feet be like this floating in the air in the UK. Twinkle toe ass niggas. Bruv, I'll take you to the boxing ring, bruv, and them niggas will give you the why I oughta out there, all right? I ain't saying they can't fight. I'm just saying they twinkle toes. And there he is right there. What would you do? I'll give you a kiss. Sold.
Kiss you that?
The person I think is actually interested in me and is not here for the money is number 3.
All right, there she is. And he picked the curvy white woman. Not a surprise, all right? Not a surprise he picks the curvy white woman because, listen, this is the black man's kryptonite. We know this.
Do you ran into the right folks?
What's your type? You like black, white?
I like white girls more better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially the thick time.
That's what I'm talking
Word?
about. Snow bunny.
Yeah.
In other words, pog.
Pod. That's what I like. Yeah. Hey, say that bit again. Say it one more time, but say it slow.
Pog. P-A-W-G. Fat ass white girls.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you like, bro?
Yeah.
I like fat ass white girls, the thick time.
Ooh,
the
really?
curvy types.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. You fall, fat ass white girl.
Fat ass white girl.
Shit, I got, but I
You
know
know
what
what I'm talking about?
I know a bunch of them too. My man said, damn, that's curvy. You know what white women be like? Like sloppy, like thin and sloppy yogurt, like skinny fat. All right, this woman is curvy for sure. Y'all used to dealing with fat women, all right? All right, fat women aren't curvy. They fat, all right? So we got to get it straight here, all right? And nothing going to beat a black women. Black women, for most black men, not all, for most black men, this right here is the kryptonite of black men. Porcelain skin, long blonde hair past the shoulders, and white. All right, that's the...
Where the white women at?
That is for certain the death nail to the black woman. And let me tell you something here. Don't lie to me. All right, not me, coach. All right, not me. Ladies like, they ain't got nothing on the sister. All right, hold on for a second. Let me show y'all something. If you think I'm lying, then why Beyonce look like the exact goddamn same thing? Why Beyonce look like that? Beyonce basically, hold on for a second. Let's put it side by side. I'm going to get to the super chats in a minute. Let's put it side by side. Beyonce and the white woman. All right, same shit. All right, Beyonce said, what do black men like? Right there. All right, she basically swagger jacked her whole shit. White woman, Beyonce, right? Don't lie to me, mother suckers. All right, look at, hold on for a second. Let's do another one right here. Beyonce, average Becky. All right, right there. All right, Becky with the good hair, Beyonce. All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, I don't want to hear shit. She basically looked like that, a tanner version of her. Super duper plain white woman, blonde, long hair past the shoulders, real hair. Becky with the good hair. All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep, Serena Williams too. Don't lie to me, y'all. That's black man's kryptonite. All right, anyway, that's the evil world we live in. Let's get to the support.
It's the evil world we live
We got
in.
the money mindset coming up here. Not the money mindset. I'm wrong. Money mindset is on Sunday. Sunday. But I got my massage therapist coming in today. All right. I can't tell you her real name. We'll call her Lindsay. Call her Lindsay. That sounds like a good name. All right. We got 2,400 people in here. Can we get the 1,200 likes? I'm pretty sure we could. And I appreciate y'all viewership. We got the main event coming up here. We got a divorce of the century, last century. Hulk Hogan. All right, Hulk Hogan's divorce, and now what happens after his divorce, man? We got a whole shit show coming up here. All right, who else do we got here that we need to acknowledge? We got, it's a Kaylin. Kaylin says, what's up, coach? Seeing Hulk Hogan's ex-wife look like that now makes me think women do actually do a man a favor when they divorce them. Instead of always cheating and or divorcing their husbands, the best revenge a woman can get would be to stay with him and make his life miserable and watch her age badly and go through menopause. If she doesn't want to see him with a younger or hotter woman, she shouldn't have left him. That's 100%. That's 100%. I always say divorce is a favor to men, but this is why I always tell you and encourage you. I encourage you. Don't get married unless you can afford a divorce. Okay? Don't get married unless you can afford a divorce. So like Amon Shumpert can afford the divorce as far as we know. But most of us stay married or we refuse to get married because we can't afford a divorce. We're scared of it. What if she takes half of my stuff? Well, that's a lot of stuff if you only have $50,000 a year, or you have a house that's worth $350,000 and you got to split that out in the middle, take a loss on the sale, on the short sale, and then you basically owe the bank. So you can't afford a divorce. There's men that jump on the internet posing to promote marriage, but I guarantee you they're scared of a divorce and what that would mean for them. They've worked hard for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and if their wife pulled the plug, they would be scared to fucking death. They would be scared to death. Right now, there's a man that I would say right now, I would say his name, but I really respect this brother. All right, but I know he doesn't, he respects me as well. He's made some good videos with me. We actually had a good thing. We're very respectful towards each other, but I think he doesn't agree with me on many things, at least as a content creator. But I know, brother, you scare shitless of a divorce. Just man to man, mano y mano, primo to primo. All right, man to man here, king to king. I guarantee you, brother, if you were threatened with a divorce, you shit your pants right now. And these people promote marriage right in front of your face. They be playing in your face. But if you got a divorce right now, nigga, you would be half of the person you were right now. Not even half. You'd be a fourth of the person you were. You will be reduced. You will be reduced to a heaping hunk of motherfucking sewer meat. And you know it. And you know that, but I wish you would communicate. Okay? I wish we would communicate these things to each other and be fair. But it would be bad news. It would be bad news. Niggas would be crushed. All right? It would be, you can't afford it. You wouldn't even be wanting to go through it. It would be painful. I would never wish it on anyone. Shout out to our brother, Actual King Smith says, "Oh, snap. I appreciate the kind words earlier on the stream. Subs went up. Good. Congratulations, man. Let's get some subs up." I won't say his name because I love him as a brother of the struggle of being a content creator. All right. H Everyday says, "Coach, you just broke down the symptoms of the regular chick." He says that here, that Chihuahua and the muskrat overstimulated, side money on demand, food, dyes, Starbucks, Adderall, no sunlight, buying more dog food than human food, and blonde wigs. Men look for signs when getting involved with a new woman. They all, and I mean they all, have accepted learned behavior that no one has checked aware. Okay? The whole thing about older women, people just think it's men hate older women. But the problem is people aren't listening to us. The reason why older women are more detrimental and dangerous, not because they're not nice, not because they're not attractive and beautiful. We can easily point that out. Not because they titties hang low and they wobble to and fro. And sometimes I can tie them in a knot and I can tie them in a bow. I can throw them over a shoulder like a continental soldier. Them tits hang low. It's not because of that, because sometimes I like a soggy titty. Sometimes I just like a titty that I can bring up right here and I can just hold it up like this, you know what I mean, and play with it. She can lick it together. We can just be like, you might lick it, you lick it, then I lick it, you lick it, I lick it, you know what I mean? And this just flop down right against her stomach, you know? It's not that. It's not the stretch marks. It's not the cesarean section scars. It's the behaviors that they've learned to adopt and adapt that they've gotten away with. Nobody's been able to check it. And you ain't going to check it either. You're not going to check it either. And these behavioral issues and these habits are going to be detrimental to you. Yeah, she nice. However, bruh, nobody's checked her on these bad behaviors over 5, 10, 15, 20 years of adulthood. All right, but you're right, H Everyday. That's where the difference is. And, you know, it's going to be hard to check that out of them. All right, anywhere right here. Anybody else like them sloppy? I'm talking about National Geographic. All right, that's what I'm talking about. National Geographic shit. And I like them Natural Geographics. All right, shout out to our brother here. Mr. Showoff says, didn't Hulk Hogan say he hates blacks? I'll talk about that. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. But we'll address it again. He definitely has had some racial issues going on here. But I like all kind of titties. I'm not a big titty guy anyway. I'll play with them all. I'll be like, bring them little millimeter, bring them little cupcakes over here. Come here. Bring them little shits over here. You know what I mean? I like them too. I mean, I like the big ones that just, you know how a big woman do. She lay back and them shits just drape over her neck like this. You know what I mean? She lay on her back. I like them too. I like a nice little teardrop. I like the ones that's a little sloppy, right? They look like they gonna be tight and firm, all right? But they a little wiggly jiggly. You be like, what happened? All right. I like the breastfed ones with the areola all deflated. Like, I like the ones that when the woman's dressed over, she got an overshirt on, they look small and they look hella big. When you take the shirt off, you like, wow, I didn't expect that. I like the tight, firm ones that be up here like this. All right. And you be moving it around, it just be right here. Ain't no sag. All right. Anyway. I like the ones with the pencil eraser nipples. I like the ones with the big areolas. Like they just be like a big titty and the areola just be like, wow. Like, look at them massive sausage. That look like a whole small pizza. I like the ones with the hidden areola. You be like, I don't really see it. I like the pink areola in the nipples. I like them all. I like the chocolate chips. I like the Asian woman, the little one. They don't got none. You be like, wow. I still cup them. I'm like, I still cup them little A cups. All right. I like them all, man. All right. I don't discriminate when it comes to that. All right. Anyway, the Hershey Kisses, the big pepperonis, the big small pizza sizes. I like them all, ladies. You know what I mean? I like them all. Shout out to our brother here. It is Kevin Sullivan says, sending tithes and offerings to the Coach Gang. All right. It is. Hold on here. Speaking of, somebody's texting me now. All right, here we go right here. We got Jones G says, I know a sister who's almost 40 years old, no kids, never married, educated, and she constantly talks about her obsession with Pookies. She also wants to marry a rich guy. Can't make this up. How do you gonna marry a rich guy and you're gonna be with a Pookie? Guys, there are some women that have a Pookie-philia. They have Pookie-philia. They'll never get the Pookie out of them. All right, shout out to our brother here. Twin A says, what up, Coach? I heard you crash out on my brother, Twin B, yesterday. He says, did we have to make a trip to Vegas? Just kidding, Coach. He says, we love your content. Block this man. He says, we will be in Vegas soon for WrestleMania or a Raiders game, steaks and cigars on us. Y'all be telling me to unblock people, but I don't know how they got blocked. 100%. I mean, I might know, but maybe y'all was just talking. I have no idea. A man supporting man says, have you ever seen the Trick versus Pimp interview? The Pimp is shocked at the confidence of the Trick, laughing my ass off. Somebody share that with me. Because we talk about Pimp propaganda. We still have 2 hours left of this show. So calm down. But the Pimp propaganda, pimps, pimps for a long time have always thought that they were clever, right? Let me just show you right here. Pimps for a long time, and a lot of guys, players, they always think they're super clever. But as I've been trying to tell you is, like, it's the opposite. I think it's like the overconfidence where they don't know, and they just assume that men are down bad by choosing to deal with the woman that is available to him. And he's like, he has to pay, and he ain't got no, he's addicted to my girl, and my girl, he can only get girls if they pay. But the Trick is over here not dealing with propaganda. He's like, actually, you're getting the worst deal. Now, men that have been propagandized by pimp culture, you can't see it. You always think, and don't get me wrong, a lot of tricks are down bad. But a lot of guys aren't. That's a leverage position. If you look at people that have been saying, oh, I'll just pay her to leave. I have more money than you. He typically will have more money than the pimp. He doesn't need the woman to make money. He makes money in his own way. The pimp has to babysit the hoe. Not only does he have to babysit the hoe, he has to have sex with the hoe. And the hoe is his girlfriend. They actually have a loving relationship. This is something that people don't talk about, where the pimp starts off his pimp culture with his girlfriend. And by the way, Andrew Tate admitted to this as well. The lover boy, make her the girlfriend, and then you can get her to do whatever you want. So he has to have her as a girlfriend first, typically, unless he has a large stable or a reputation. He typically has to start off his girlfriend in that. So that's where he gets his intimacy from. But he shares that woman with other men to make. So the pimp does always think the trick is down bad, but most of the time the trick is leverage. This is what Sugar Free was saying. My girlfriend's got to go to a bigger, better, richer, better looking man. And then she's come home to me. Do you have the stomach? Do you have the stomach? So I know a lot of pimps think I'm clever and I get the woman to do this and she brings me back the money and I live off of her. You know what I mean? And you got to pay her $40. But then the trick is like, no, you're the one that got to do that. All right. So a lot of people can't get it. They're like, I don't get how CGA can say he'd rather lease a woman. I'd rather lease. All right. That's the way more leverage position. I'd rather just deal with you a little bit, get a little test drive and send you back. Now, if I like you, I'll keep you a little bit longer. If I don't, bye-bye. But you got two hoes in your stable and you got to jump through hoops and hurdles. You got to beat on her and give her drugs. You got to feed her. You got to put tampons up her pussy when she bleeds. Not only that, Andrew Tate has admitted to even having to have a conversation with men sexually to get money from them. Like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. I don't know how pimps are elevated in any man's mind. These guys are lower than pond scum. The things that they admit to doing, you literally would say if a husband admitted to doing that with his wife, you would call him a cuck. We have a statement for that called cuck. Cuckold. That's called cuckold. If a husband said, my wife sees other men for money and I sometimes watch her and drop her off at the appointment, and sometimes I book calls for her, and sometimes I take her to the appointment, and sometimes I have conversations with the trick to get the hoe ready, and I'm the fluffer for my wife. Like, that literally is what pimps do. The only difference is the pimp, like the husband, gets the money to bring the money back home to the husband, a.k.a. the pimp. Yo, bruh, I don't get how y'all ever elevate pimps high. Pimps are low, bruh. They on the low man on the totem pole. He says he was pretending to be a girl. Again, I don't know how y'all elevate these niggas in y'all mind. Oh, coach, he was just pretending. Okay, you're pretending to be a girl to get money out of guys. Again, how in the hell do you elevate and justify this shit? Let's just say you're a husband. You pretend to be a girl and talk to your wife's tricks to get money. So while my wife is in the shower, I pretend to be my wife and talk to the tricks before my wife go give pussy and sell pussy to the... You guys would call him a simp. You would call him a cuck. Right? I'm telling you, man, how do y'all elevate pimps? And y'all niggas be with a straight face elevating that shit too. Well, he get the money from the girl. Y'all, I'm telling you, man, I will make you think. I'm going to reframe your thinking. How the hell you elevate this? Somebody tell me, how the hell you elevate this as the peak of man and woman relationships? Oh my goodness. Now, do we need pimps? Yes. Hoes need pimps. All right, hoe needs a pimp. Listen, hoes are important to the ecosystem, so are pimps. I'm not saying A man shouldn't be a pimp. I don't say we don't need them. We need pond scum. Nigga, we need viruses. We need somebody to protect the hoe. I don't know. We need somebody to transport the hoe to appointments. I mean, we need people like this. So they're very important to the ecosystem. Like, you know, you ever wonder why do we have mosquitoes and bees? You would think they're useless. They just be, you know, we need bees and mosquitoes. I mean, the earth don't go around without bees. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. We need viruses and sickness, and we need to sneeze and shit like this. We need to take shit. Why do we need to take a shit? You know what I mean? Like, we need to take a shit. We need toilets. We need toilets. We need to take a dump. You know what I mean? The world don't go around unless we take a shit. Same thing as pimps. Yeah, we need them. Yeah. So I'm not saying we don't need them. I'm just saying just because we need them don't mean we elevate them to any sense of importance. These ninjas are the worst of the worst in manhood. There's dead men and there's pimps. I think pimps and dead men are pretty much equal. But anyway, they should definitely be in the darker recesses of your neighborhood and town. They should not even see daylight. But we thank them for their service. I thank them for their service. Thank you for getting these holes in order. All right, anyway. All right, there's a pimp right now. This nigga don't know what he talking about. He talking about that fake pimping, that simping. All right, but I'm a real 100% unadulterated pimp. All right, I'm a mega pimp. All right, so you don't know what a pimp is. He ain't part of the game. See, he don't know. There's a pimp going crazy right now, smoking a pack of Newports, doing 2 lines of coca, wearing Now or Later Gators and Stacey Adams. All right, going crazy right now. I'll show him. We got Andrew says, Coach, in only 6 months, I've grown a YouTube channel to full-time income. He says, I just got accepted to law school, though, and can't decide what to do. Any thoughts? Can't you do them both? All right. Deion Sanders, both. All right. Do both of them. I know law school's hard. The first year of law school's like hell. OTOBO, that Hulkamania ex-wife is a stupid. You know what?
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
He says, I remember watching the Hulk Hogan show back in Lagos, Nigeria. She divorced him, got a big mansion worth $1 million plus at the time. And he says $700K from him. Also cheated on him with a white Chad. Shame, shame, shame. Shout out to our brother John Ellison says, what up, Coach? Finally catching a live. I see you've been living a free agent lifestyle. As always, had to get my support in. Shout out to the legendary John Ellison. Go Detroit Lions. That's a co-sponsorship. Indeed. Shout out to No Government Name. When is the normies rather push? Wait, I think it says something else. Why is it the normies rather push and say you don't need all of that? Instead of you should try to afford that first, then decide if you really want it. Is it because the normies just envy towards people with high ambitions in life? Yes, because normies just survive. So survive and be average is their motto. All right. As long as I wake up every day and I survive and I'm here, like their sole goal is waking up tomorrow. Like their plan is, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and do what? I don't know. Go to work. Go to fucking work. Now, if they don't have a job, you will see basically the decimation of the self-esteem of the normie. They feel decimated. Normies, pay attention to me. I'm teaching right now. This is part of the show, by the way. These people are contributing for me to add commentary to their contribution. This is part of the show. Hey, normies, you ever see a normie and they got a job? They on cloud fucking 9. I have a master. I have a boss. I have a slave catcher. I have somebody to report to, and they get to their fucking job, and then they get there, and every day they have a meeting at 9 o'clock. You're going to do this. You're going to push this fucking button. You're going to count these fucking beans. You're going to do this, and every day they feel important. They dress up and shit. Like they dressing up for their funeral and they be going down there. They have their bag with a ham sandwich. They feel important. They got their goofy ass title. They fucking push pencils and papers around and fire off emails and shit. And they be like, I'm super important. I did this. I picked this up off the Xerox machine. And they feel like they're a fully functional adult. Now, do not let this motherfucker get laid off. If they get laid off, fired, they lose their fucking job, they whole self-esteem and self-worth collapses. All right, they don't even know who the fuck they are no more. Who am I? All right, maybe about the first month, they're like, all right, I got a little bit of severance. All right, I'm going to push my resume out there, my resume. Okay, and they're out there, I'm going to get another job. In T-minus 2 seconds, the phone will start reading. I'll get interviews and shit like this. Bruh, let 2 months go by. Let them go through and get no interview requests on all them goddamn resumes they pushed out there. They don't even know who they are no more. And you're telling them, hey, don't you have a skill? Can't you paint wine glasses and sell them on Etsy, bitch? Go do something. I don't know who I am. They don't want to give me an interview. They're not picking up the phone. The phone not ringing. I got to go fucking deliver Uber Eats. They don't know what the fuck they do. They fucking just cut off of life. They don't have that steady 2-week paycheck just coming in, feeding them just enough so they can get their ass to fucking work and push pencils around. All right. If they don't have that, worthless. Don't let 3-4 months go by. They completely self-esteem crushed. Then they got to take a job that they think they're overqualified for. I got 3 degrees and I'm out here making $25 an hour. They cooked. Cooked. This is what normal people do. Their whole self-esteem is wrapped up. I got 25 years in at the plant. Soon as they ain't got that job, they sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. Nobody to report to. They watching Jerry Springer and Judge Mathis all goddamn day. They're normies. They just wake up to fucking do shit that people tell them to do. Slave. Out of that context, they don't know who they are, what their name is, what their sense of purpose is, nothing. No direction, nothing. They misguided and undecided. They don't know who the fuck they are. I'm telling you, most people don't know who they are outside of their job. All right, yeah, let's see here. And then as soon as one condition changes, their happiness and mood changes, right? Their relationship changes. They lose their job, they get a divorce. They gain weight, they get a divorce. They lose weight, they get a divorce. Soon as one little normal shit happens to them, they got to change their entire existence. What are we doing? What people are lemmings. All right, they're subpar. They're average. Most people are successful doing average shit. I got a job and a degree. Average. That's average shit at this particular point. How are you bragging about it? I pay all my bills. Average. That's literally bare minimum. I bought a car. Average shit. Average. Now, it might be special from where you came from, but that's average shit. Like, congratulations. All right, but have you done something extraordinary? The answer is no. Nope. Women be like, I had a baby. Bitches been having babies for 80,000 years. There's women that couldn't even talk and push babies, standing up in the fucking Amazon forest, delivering babies with their titties out, standing up and like delivering baby like taking a dookie, standing up. For 80,000 years, you went to a hospital, got stabbed in the back by an anesthesiologist and paralyzed your legs, and I had to hold them fat fucking tree trunks up, and the baby slid painlessly free through your vagina. Congratulations. And then had an incubator ready for your baby to provide oxygen and support. All right, you didn't accomplish shit out here. Congratulations. It is quite the miracle, but I'm just saying, y'all average. Your mama, your great grandmama had 11 babies. You had 1.5, 2, and deleted 3 in vitro or in the womb. Average. Anyway. All right, I'm just telling you, man, stop celebrating average shit. Once you stop doing that, you realize, man, I got shit to do on this earth. But most people don't. Getting back to the super chats. Rob says, fellas, between 28 and 38, they will repackage themselves. The older the berry, the more it's been juiced. They will change their appearance, but still retain the same damage in the roast beef that the retirement sucker will pay for bigly. He says, do not be their retirement plan. Do not be their retirement plan. This is just things that I'm encouraging you guys. Now, Rob the villain, you know, if you guys want to sponsor a chick, fine, but do not be a retirement plan and think y'all special out here. Mr. Commander is in the building, and that's a co-sponsorship. All right, shout out to you. Snap Tech Fix says they always will take the money. He says, shaking my damn head. When will we learn? He says, all they really want is money. He says, once he pulled out the cash, he saw Uncle Earl and all that true love BS went out the window.
I got money.
And free agent lifestyle for life. Once you deal with a woman straight up with money, you just realize they want money. That's what Snap Tech Fix said. And you guys won't experience this because you think money is a finesse. Money is only a finesse when she convinces you it's not about money. When you know it's about money, it's not a finesse. Charleston White says what? What did he say? He says a fair exchange is not a robbery. Now, if you go in the store, like, look, when you walk into the store and the salesperson, you walk into a store and the salesperson says, hi, Mr. Negro, how are you? And how was your day? And they start gathering data from me. And where did you come from? Where are you going? All right. Do you have a special occasion? Is there something you need? And they start yucking it up. They start yucking it up with you and chopping it up, acting like they're your best motherfucking buddy. All right. What happens when you make the sale? She makes the sale. The salesperson makes the sale. They ring the fucking cash register just like this. Now, what happens after the sale is made? They bag that shit up and they say, have a nice day. AKA, get the fuck out of my life. See you again. Call me if you need anything else. Conversation over. Next. What happens if they're trying to make a sale and they don't think they're going to make a sale from you? They'll just leave and go try to make a sale with someone else. Now, this is part of what you should know and understand this going in. The problem is you don't know and understand this. You think, oh, I thought you was my friend. Same thing with women. Same thing with women. They just want to eat and get some money. So what they'll do is they'll plot, scheme, thought, and plot. They'll make you think that they like you. They'll come up with all these goddamn this and that, all so you can support them, right? They can get some support. And they have your ass like this. But then you find out it was about the money. Oh, you just wanted to eat, a.k.a. foodie call date. Oh, you just wanted somebody to pay your rent. You just needed a trick. Yeah, you just wanted a support system and so forth. So then you feel offended because you thought it was something else. But when you know up front what it is, you can't be offended. You're like, that's what I agreed to. That's what it was. Here, you will find some married couples operate like this. She gets an allowance. She gets a spending account. She gets this. And then she falls in fucking line. She looks the other way when he fucking somebody else. Have you ever heard a woman say that? If you ever had a woman where you said, hey, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to support you. You're going to get this, this, and that. And I'm going to have other broads. They'll be like, okay. All right. Because the money's there. Soon as you put the money up front, you literally can negotiate everything backwards. But if you get her to believe that there's love and she gets you to believe that there's love and I just want one man and this and that, soon as that comes up, if you don't negotiate any money, then the money starts slowly bleeding. And then at some particular point, you'll realize it was about the money. That was the bottom line. It was about the money, support, or anything related to that. I just want to go on night dates and I want to be spoiled and I want to go on vacations and I like to travel and I like nice things and, you know, I like a man that supports and leads. All that means is money. That's all that means.
I got money.
That's all that means is money. Like, all she's saying is she needs resources. I need money. But she used all that other bullshit to make you convince her, oh, it's not about that. However, I do need my nails done. You have $50, $100, $150. Can you send me lunch money? They'll just nickel and dime you. All right, I ain't going to get $5,000 out of him, but I'm a nickel and dime his ass for here and there. Oh, I need this. Oh, my shoe strap broke. And then all of a sudden, I'll get some shoes, baby, for you. I'll get that for you. Oh, thank you, honey. You're the best. Oh, I like surprises. All right. Gifts are my love language. I like flowers. Money. Money, 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 money. All right. Everything about money at the end of the day. This love don't mix with this pimping. All right. I got a couple more Snaptech fixes got me going crazy. Key himself. My ex told me that they're moving back in with their parents due to the high rental prices. He says, Nate season is in session. I'm having my home opener tonight. Shout out to you.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
All right. High rent prices. High rent price. You cannot tell me that people are out here surviving on these rents. Okay. These rents are crazy. This is why I tell you, man, the dating scene is going to be destroyed by the economy. It's already been destroyed, but there's no way we get back to traditional dating with the rent prices the way they are. There's no way with this economy can we get back to traditional dating. We can't. We cannot. So anybody looking for a fix, that one brother that I was mentioning, I'm not trying to create a beef against him. But what I'm saying is people are hopeful we can get relationships back on track if we just know. The economy is crushing people right now. People are being priced out by the day to the point that you can't even afford an average life. We'll talk about this tonight. We can't afford an average life, which you are going without on a daily basis. You're going without insurance. You're going without full coverage insurance. You're going without on a daily basis to the point where people are making decisions about moving in with people because their lease is ending and they're going to get an increase in their rent. This has always been the case. People are going without. Men and women especially, are going without. It is amazing what these women are surviving without. And you guys don't know it. I see it because I'm on the dark side. I'll also have female relatives and ex-wives and mamas and daughters. What they need to sustain themselves, they literally are going without on a daily basis. All right, I won't get my nails done. But then when you go about the regular basic needs, insurance, life insurance, all these things that you need to protect yourself, investments, money market accounts, the things that really matter down the line that will separate you from the poor and the impoverished to the upper middle class and so forth and so on and to the elites. People are living without. They don't have rental insurance. People are going without a meal. Okay. Hey, people don't have time to prep and prepare their meals, so they're eating a lot out. Uber Eats. They're spending way more money than they need to on things, coffees. People don't have emergency funds, certainly don't have $1,000 right now. If everybody had an emergency right now for $1,000, they couldn't have it. People are buying Uber Eats on Klarna. Okay. This is like 40, 50, 60% of America right now. Okay. People don't have health insurance, even though they're required to have it. People don't have proper health insurance. People aren't going to checkups on their health. For doctors to dentists, people can't put braces on their kids' teeth. I mean, this is the bare necessity. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is the bare necessity. I'm like, you should be able to afford your kids to have braces. This should not be a luxury, but it is. I don't have $4,000. Nigga, why you got kids? Why you got kids? Why the fuck do you want? Why you have a relationship? Why are you dating? As a man, why are you dating? Why do you have kids? Why do you have a relationship? You knew this was coming. You guys knew this was coming. You knew these things are, well, these aren't a necessity. You really don't need braces. Okay, so then you are going without. The question was, why do people say you don't need this? The reason they say this is because they ain't got it. That was the point of the chat. They don't say it because they got it and will say, like, niggas ain't getting a pocket like, I got $4,000. Kid, you don't need braces. They're saying you don't need braces because they ain't got the money. Let me just tell you something here. This is a sad story. I hope I don't say too much. My son is going to the university here next year in a few months. We went on a campus tour. He has a young man that he wants to be his roommate. Okay. And he actually went on the campus tour with us, but it was a large tour. He ended up being there. So I met this young man. It's a young black man, and he had a beautiful girlfriend. All right. And so they were about 18 or 19, 18 in that age range. They both were tall. She was tall. She looked like an athlete, volleyball player. He was tall, handsome young fella, smart, but you could tell he didn't come for money, right? You could tell he was another one of these brothers. His parents weren't there with him. Certain things that you see, you go, damn, maybe his parents were there. I might be wrong. Maybe his parents were there. But they had a conversation last week, and the guy said, look, I'm not going to be able to come to school, okay? I'm not going to be able to come to school. And my son's having a conversation like, damn, this sucks. And we were cool. We were friends. Sounds like he's going to have to go to community college. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And I was like, what happened? And he said, well, he can't afford to go to school. And I was like, well, that's a lot of people, son, right? And my son said, yeah. I was like, you realize how fortunate you are that I'm taking this opportunity to present you with this gift that most people can't do. Question is, he said, well, what happened? Well, the school only offered him $10,000 of some financial aid. I don't want to tell too much business. But, in student loans, as a freshman or a sophomore, under 21, you can only get so much. So they don't let you load up on student loans the first 2 years. So you would need parent loan. You would need a unsubsidized loan from the parents to complete it, and they don't have it. So he's not going to be able to come to school. And I said, man, that's a damn shame, man. He's going to have to figure out another way. That was his dream, to go to that school, and he's going to have to figure out another way. Which, again, let's bring up this point. Yeah, scholarships, there's only so much that can help. I mean, they loaded them up. They gave them all the scholarships and Pell Grant. And, you got to live at the dorm in your first year. So there's only so much. So even if they gave you a full financial aid packet, you're going to still need $20K. At least $20,000. You're still going to need at least $20,000 to live on campus freshman year with student loans, with the minimal amount of student loans, with your Pell Grant, all your scholarships. You're still going to need something. You're going to need work. You need to work on campus. You're going to still need something. So he basically was like, I'm out. Now, let's go back. Remember when I said people are going without? People might say this is a luxury, and it is. But what I'm saying is that people are out here planning to have families, relationships, and kids, and you motherfuckers don't even have no plan to provide for them, even as not just with college. That's an extra. You don't have to pay for college, but it would be nice. But let's just say to put your kid in the best educational institutions, Montessori as a kid, pre-K, Montessori, you ain't got it. So you got to stick them in fucking daycare that is what? Welfare, government subsidy. Then you stick their ass in the worst fucking public school because that's where you can afford to live. Not your kids in a fucked up school. Well, it's all right. Public school's okay if you want to be a fucking future prisoner. Okay, some people make it out, most don't. It's the school to prison pipeline. You go from student number to fucking prison number at some particular point. Then you go on, kids don't need braces. Kids don't need that. They don't need to play AAU. They don't need to play Little League. They don't need to go. They can just go to the YMCA. Why? Because it's $25. Then you go kick the can down the road. Now you got your young man who's 18. He's ready to go. He has ambitions and dreams, and you still can't support it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Most people are living without, and you're going into these relationships and dating and trial creation thinking that you're somehow going to be able to get your kid through. Like, I'm telling you, most people are average to below fucking average. And the quote was, you don't need all of that. It's usually said by somebody that ain't got it, not somebody that got it and tells you they don't need it. Okay? Broke dating, it is pathetic how people live their fucking lives. And I ain't nobody to tell you I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I sure try. I try hard. Unfortunately, most people are living life without. And every day you make decisions to do less and less and accept less and less and live in smaller and smaller spaces and minimalize this, minimalize that. I don't need this. I don't need that. That's your strategy. It's called contraction or retraction or whatever it's called. You basically are going, how can I take less and less and less and less and less? And you live like that for fucking years, decades. You will look back and you were 30 when you started this shit, and now you're 40. 10 years, and all you did was just move backwards. And your plan was to move backwards until you can afford it. The problem is, and these are blue chips, I want you to listen to me. Here's the problem with this. You're always going to be eaten up by inflation. You're never going to win that battle. Inflation alone is going to kick your aspartame. You're always going to lose the retraction battle or contraction. You're always going to lose it because there's always inflation. Nobody ever accounts for inflation. The prices always go up. They never come down. You just never see it. Well, they'll never charge $4,000 for rent for this until they do. And you'll be like, I don't understand. 5 years ago, it was $2,000. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There were people that said they'll never charge $1 million for that until they do. And now that house is $1 million. Now what? But you said if I just go backwards and backwards, eventually I'll be able to save up and afford the new prices. No, you are not. Can I continue? People do this all the time. Californians do this. What do Californians do? Anybody that knows anybody from Illinois, New York, California, or Florida, what they'll do is this. I can't afford to live in California. So what I'll do is I'll move to some place that is similar to California. The weather is good. The sun is out. But the prices are low. So they'll move to Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas. They'll move to Atlanta. They'll move somewhere where it's cheaper. And they'll get there and they won't really like it. It's too humid. I don't like the people. The people are too noisy. There's too many gay people around here. All right. All the liberals are moving in. It's too hot in the summer. It's too cold in the winter. Okay. It's not California. So what do they do next? I'm going to go back to California. What happens next? They can't afford to live in California anymore. Yep, they go to Texas. Now you can't afford to go to California. You can't afford it anymore. You're priced the fuck out. Because you went over there to live somewhere where there was $1,600 rent a month. Now the rent over there where you live is $2,400 a month. Now you tight in Las Vegas. But then you're like, it's too fucking hot in Vegas and it's cold in the winter. Why am I living here? I'll go where it's 320 days of sun in California. Now you can't go back because you can't afford. Now California is $4,000 a month in rent. The place you left in California was $2,600 a rent, and you got the fuck out of there. Now it's $4,000 a month. The prices went up when you left. It didn't go down. It didn't stay the same price. Now you can't afford to go back. That's the same thing as when people just say, I'm going to do less. Okay, I'll do without car insurance. I'll do without dental insurance. I'll do without. And you basically just going backwards and backwards. But while you're going backwards and backwards, the prices of everything's still going up. So by the time you got to pay for it again, the price is double. Are you listening to me? A year and a half ago, if you bought car insurance a year and a half ago, you could afford it. Now, let's just say for 1 month, you were like, all right, I'm going to cancel my car insurance a year and a half ago. Then 6 months later, you got car insurance. The car insurance rates went up significantly in a 6-month period a year and a half ago. Who remembers that? So you took less car insurance to save money. You barely saved any money. You just saved the amount of car insurance that you were buying. But then you're like, let me buy some more car insurance. And then you went back and the motherfucking premiums went up 33%. And you were like, how did it go? Why car insurance so high all of a sudden? This is what I'm talking about. This is why when I tell you guys, and only a few people are going to hear me and feel me and make an adjustment in your life, and the adjustment is not fast. You got to change your fucking mindset and stop doing broke nigga shit like dating while you broke. You guys cannot afford to go backwards in this world. You can't afford it. You have to always be pressing forward like crazy, gas pedal, like have a sense of urgency about this life. But just saying, I'm going to just stop, take a rest, take a year off, take 6 months off, do without less, that's ass backwards. Ass backwards. You're going to get consumed and gobbled up by inflation, a bad economy, or anything, an emergency. You're going to get gobbled up, and you'll be that much harder to recover. You got to be going pedal to the metal in this life. And I don't want you guys to say, well, this sucks because capitalism sucks and the system sucks. Well, listen, you can take a Greyhound bus to Miami and jump on a puddle jumper and get to the Dominican Republic or Haiti at any time you want if you want to check the fuck out. Go ahead and check out. Go ahead and check out and move to Colombia or Venezuela. Take your monkey ass down there and see how good it is down there with their socialism. You can take your macho monkey ass up to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and stay down there and deal with how all of that free healthcare looked like. Take your ass over there somewhere else. But what you ain't going to do is sit here and complain about what should be greatly known, that going backwards ain't going to help you do much unless you have a plan to go forward by taking those 2 steps back. But if you think you just going to retract your way to affordability and just sit back and have work-life balance and all that, if you think you're going to do that in this world, you insane like a motherfucker. You're going to get gobbled up out here. Inflation alone. Do not let there be a war, a global conflict. You about to get eaten up out here, bruh. Eating the fuck up. And as a man, if you have this mindset, you better check yourself and do not come over here with that bullshit around him, man. I'm gonna tell you, bro, you ain't ready to be a man. This is why I don't understand how y'all dating out here. How you dating? How y'all dating asking a woman to support you even halfway? If you knew what women were like as dependable resources of support, women are like paper plates when it comes to supporting people. Women are like paper fucking plates when it comes to supporting some shit. I would never depend on a woman to bring me $5 fucking a day for 30 days. Because I know after 3 or 4 days, she's going to come up with an excuse as to why she couldn't bring me the 5 tomorrow. I could out earn a woman in my motherfucking sleep as opposed to depend on a woman. You are a low-life scumbag human being for depending on any woman for any financial support. You should be able to outdo her on a daily basis. Nigga, you got testosterone and muscular development, strength, I ain't never living off no goddamn woman. I don't need a woman $5. Fuck that shit. If she want to give it to me, give it to me. But I ain't gonna depend on the shit because they are women. They women, bruh. They're just out here trying to get drizzle and 50% of a woman and making side deals with these bitches because you a lazy nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Well, I don't want to pay for all of her shit. Well, don't have a woman then. Don't have one. You don't need one then. Go jerk your dick off or go to the brothel. I don't care what it is. You don't get a woman then. But I ain't living off no damn female. I ain't depending on no female to bring me shit out here, bro, because they the most least dependable people financially you'll ever put your goddamn shit on. They'll have your ass out here evicted. They don't even support their children, bro. They don't even financially support their children. And they get away with this shit. You go to prison for not financially support your kids, they fucking get handouts and welfare, and they will pull these strings at will. They will run down the child support. They'll run down the social services and sit in line with the motherfucking ticket, E71, and they'll sit there for 3 hours watching the numbers flash up till they get the E71 so they can sit there with a social worker and fill out paperwork and send copies of their goddamn driver's license and past paycheck stubs and light bills and rental assistant agreements. They'll sit up in that motherfucker 3-4 days in a row, going back and forth on the city bus with a pack of Twizzlers in their back pocket, trying to make it through life selling pussy on the side of that. And you trying to tell me I'm supposed to depend on a woman for to pay 50% of my bills? Get the fuck out of here. I'll stay single. I'll stay single. I'll rent pussy by the pound. And then wondering why they ain't gonna make that deal with your goof ass. Why these women don't want to pay their way. They got jobs. I don't care if a woman got 3 jobs. She still ain't got 2 nickels to rub together on a consistent basis. Bruh, y'all better wake the fuck up. All right, let me stop. I hate to tell y'all this, but I'm trying to warn y'all. Dude, life is gobbling y'all up, and you don't even realize it. It's in real time. Nigga, you a fucking Pac-Man power pellet at this point. You ain't even a power pellet. Y'all niggas the salt on the side of the road, and Pac-Man is just coming to gobble y'all niggas up. And y'all sitting on the side arguing, broke as a motherfucking joke, trying to date, wondering why a woman asking you for a $50 cash app. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, talking about tricking. This is you guys are insane, bro. As men, forget the women. As men, you guys are insane to a crazy level to think you're out here making it and you want a woman to pay half of a dinner bill. You guys are crazy, bruh. Crazy, insane niggas. And then want to debate me about why I should make a woman pay half of a dinner bill. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Get out of here. Get out of here. You niggas ain't ready for life. You ain't ready for this world. You ain't ready for America, or at least the United States of America. You ain't ready. Y'all niggas was not ready. Whoever prepared y'all on life, they fucked you up sideways. They did not give you the tools to get ready for the entry into 18-year-old adulthood as a man. Ninja, you supposed to be all systems go, but y'all niggas dragging your ass through life, smoking weed and dope and shit and trying to fuck fat bitches and getting a trophy and a reward for it and acting like you doing something because a woman paid for your fucking Twinkies and Hostess cupcakes and your fucking weed paper. Bruh, you ain't doing shit out here. I ain't doing shit out here. Life is passing you by. Passing you by. You're being priced out of life right now. You're being priced out of life right now. Do you just realize that? I'm sorry, I got to do the main event. Do you realize you're being priced out of life? They pricing you out of life by the day, by the hour. The hour going by and they pricing your motherfucking monkey ass out. And you standing here waiting for some shit to change and the money tree to hit you. Every fucking day you go by, everything you need, you being priced the fuck out of it. And you waiting for somebody to stop it. Oh, somebody need to stop this. Ain't nobody motherfucking stopping shit. Ain't nobody stopping it. Trump can't stop it. Biden can't stop it. A voting can't stop it. Nigga, y'all getting priced out of life waiting for somebody to fix the shit. We need to fix this. It ain't fixing. This is our life. This is what we doing. Nigga, did y'all get the instruction manual? They want y'all ass, and then y'all trying to take work-life balance. Yeah, waiting on reparations, getting priced the fuck out of life. Talking about it's hard out here. Tell me about it. That's why you see my motherfucking ass up here tap dancing like motherfucking Daffy Duck. Fuck out of here. You don't need only so much. No, I need it all. Brand new socks and drawers. I need every single motherfucking penny and nickel and dime. I need it all. Because ain't no telling when my voice go out, I catch the gout. Ain't no telling. Like Jack told Helen, nigga, it's time to get it. I got to do the main event. Castigator says, keep up the great content. Thank you, Castigator, and that's a co-sponsorship. Main event.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Here we go right here. I got 30 minutes to get it in, 35 minutes. Linda Hogan. And by the way, giving women money is like just burning it in the bucket. All right, so, all right, the little money that you think they're finessing from you, it's like taking it putting your cash in a bucket and setting fire to it. That includes your wife, your ex-wife, your mother, your daughter. I don't give a fuck who it is, your girlfriend, your sugar baby. You're basically setting money and lighting it on fire. All right, so I don't care if you employ 7 women at your job, you are lighting fire to money. All right, just know that. So hopefully you're getting something back, like she performing for you at the job or she's sucking your dick. All right, other than that, you're just lighting that shit on fire. Case in point. Linda Hogan. This was the woman right here. This is, let me see here. This is Linda Hogan. Okay. Linda Hogan right here. This is in her better days. She is the ex-wife of one Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. New world order. All right. This woman here, there she is in her better days as well. Well, somewhere around the mid 2000s, right? Between 2000 and 2010, she divorced Hulk Hogan in one of the most amazing divorce settlements you would actually ever read. This was a divorce on 2011. All right, so they made it to the entire decade, but it's been almost 4 years since we heard first heard words of Hulk Hogan headed towards a divorce with his wife Linda Bollea. Bollea is their real name. That's Terry Bollea. That's Hulk Hogan. Linda Bollea is her legal name. And we're still learning new information about their settlement. The champion wrestler known as Terry Bollea managed to play nice with the soon-to-be ex-wife, pinning down an agreement over assets worth $30 million back in 2009. The settlement was confidential until this week when it was attached to a new motion filed in the court, and this became public. Now, what happened? It says the St. Petersburg's Times reports Hogan's former wife received a little more than 70% of the couple's liquid assets. 70% of all liquid assets. This is along with 40% ownership in his various companies. He also paid her an additional $3 million property settlement, which was partly pocketed from the sale of the beach house. So she pocketed a little bit of that money. The paper reports Linda received $7.44 million of the couple's $10.41 million that was held in banks and investment accounts, but Hulk Hogan will not be paying her alimony. Linda's also kept a Mercedes-Benz, a Cadillac Escalade, a Corvette, a Rolls-Royce, and various off-road vehicles. Her ex, who allegedly has a fine collection of vehicles, kept the rest, but they aren't identified in the agreement, and so forth and so on. So the big numbers here that we want to talk about, and Hulk Hogan, I read his book. He said he contemplated taking himself out. All right. After that one. And guys, when I tell you divorce is bad, you will consider that. And I hope anybody that's considering it does not execute that. Go seek some help and dial a number on the internet. You know, what is it, 511, and go get you some help. All right, 70% of the assets liquid, which was, there was 10 million in the account. She got 7.4 million of it. 40% ownership in his companies. So he continued to work and make money through his company. She continued to get paid. And she took, you know, a little bit of money out of some beach properties right there, kept a whole bunch of vehicles and all of that. You would think she would be happy, but there's no happiness. I'm not happy. Statistics tell us, the data tells us that women after divorce, 5 years after divorce, they actually do worse than the male from the divorce. Although we position it as the men getting divorced, grape the kingdom come. If he does have talent and the ability to earn money later, he's gonna recover financially, whereas she won't. All right, she's gonna take the money and basically set it to fire. All right, she's very rarely gonna turn that into anything. If you take Eddie Murphy's ex, Nicole Murphy, she got $10 million settlement and it was all gone in a couple of years. Michael Strahan's ex got several millions and millions of dollars, up to $25 million, and she spent it all. Okay, so this is typically why it happens that way. This is why women try to get as much as they can during the divorce, because if they don't get as much, then the likelihood that they'll go bankrupt is relatively soon after 5 years. Now, women will say this is proof that women filing for divorce isn't a benefit for them, that they're doing it because the man is a piece of shit, which is not true. Their intentions were to be able to live off of this. Women who get alimony settlements and child support settlements, they almost always wait till the child support runs out and then they get a plan. Oh shit, child support running out. Then they'll try to figure it out. They'll scramble and scrape for shit. They'll move to another state and extend the child support a couple more years because they don't have a plan. They just live off that money like it's income. We've seen women that have had lifetime alimonies in Florida get it rescinded by Ron DeSantis, and then they were like, how are we going to live? Well, you divorced that man 37 years ago. You're still living off of him, and you were going to live off of him until you died or he died. And now that we're taking away lifetime alimony, the women were like, how are we supposed to survive? Okay, so we see that. Now let's go back to Linda. What happened to her? Well, immediately after the divorce, she was seen with a younger version of Hulk Hogan right here, a man that was said to be 18 years old. All right. And so she was well into her 50s and she was dating this 18-year-old guy who looked like Hulk Hogan when he was 18. All right. So, and Hulk Hogan did the same thing. He started dating women that look oddly like his daughter, Brooke, and all of that stuff. And these are some natural blonde hair people, man. This is some real blonde hair. By the way, Hogan is not Irish and he's not from Venice Beach, California. But he started to also get into some trouble related to his racist issues, and that still continues to plague him now. So what of this? What all of this? Oh, this is Linda Hogan with her teenage beau right here. And he probably spent up a lot of that money, right? A lot of that money that came. And of course, she probably did not do much work to keep the money coming in. And as I always tell you, despite the fact that somebody's uncle can live without any income, no matter how much money you have, you're going to need income, right? So even just a little bit of income. You lose your job today, you got 6 months severance pay, you don't get any income in that 6 months, that money will be gobbled up in 2.5 months. And you got 4 more months to live off of. So you always need income. And typically a woman that is on child support, divorce, they're not getting income significant enough to keep them through. or they'll get married, or they'll go date a pool guy, a broke nigga, and support him, and then he'll spend up and smoke up all the money, right? Doing absolutely nothing. And he probably sat around and got fat too, eating off her, smashing this old broad with her raccoon eyes. Now, let's show you what happens next. All right, what happens next is this right here, gentlemen. This is what Linda Hogan looks like now, okay?
Oh, the humanity.
She has to be in her 70s now. I would think she's close to 70 years old. Boy, how to take white women. Y'all better, white women, do not leave your husbands, all right? Or leave them and do them a favor. The way white women lose their looks, it's got to be one of the goddamn cruelest jokes of nature ever to exist. I mean, fairy tales have existed based on white women in the wall, namely the Rapunzel, where the woman kept the girl up there and let her hair grow so she could get the fountain of youth. Ursula and motherfucking who the girl was, Ariel. Old white women have always been trying to trap and ensnare young white women to get the fountain of goddamn youth. Cinderella and the stepmama and the evil stepsisters, they've always chased this fountain of youth. And it should be one of the cruelest jokes of cruel nature is what they give white women at the beginning and what she ends up with at the end. Snow White, I mean, they start off right out the gate. All right, but then that gate closes quick, right, on them, and it be down bad. All right, I don't know what the hell be happening to them, and I just say I attribute it to the lack of melanin. And look at all of this melanin, that fake tan. I mean, all that tanning and shit, bruh. White women got it bad. All right, let's see what Linda's talking about. She's crashing and burning. She is blaming Hulk Hogan for what happened to her life going forward. Shrek and what was the Shrek girl's friend's name? Fiona? All right. She's blaming Hulk Hogan, who she has not been married to for at least 17 years. Hulk Hogan has not been he probably hadn't even talked to this woman for 17 years, and look at this shit. Look at her. I blame Hulk Hogan. All right, so let's see right here. Let's play the video. 3 minutes of hell.
Your face out there and know that all these horrible things are going on behind the scenes. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah, oh, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right?
Hey, women are natural haters, bro. They haters, man. Especially when they with you and you do better. So what Hulk Hogan was, he was down bad, and she probably was laughing and sniggling. And then she spent up her money, and he got a new beer line. All right, and so his beer line probably popping off, and he probably got more money and more hoes and whatever he doing around here, running around here limping. All right, now he done better since the divorce, and she's done worse. So now she online hating on the nigga in his new business. Hey, man, this is what my ex-wife be doing when I'm on YouTube. Just hating, bruh. And her mama be looking at me just like this. This is how my ex-wife mama be looking at me on the internet. Hating like a bitch, you took 70% of the cash out of his bank account. You took $7 million out of his $10 million, left the nigga with $3 million. You took all his cars and boats and jet skis and shit and ATV vehicles. You ran around here with 40% of his businesses. He got rid of them businesses and started a new real American business, brother. New world. And now look at your ass. This is why I don't care about women, bro. This is why I don't care for their feelings, man, because they set themselves up. They set themselves up. All right, let me stop here.
Not. Okay, I'm going to give you my thumbs down. I've given him more opportunities to come back and make us a family. And and try to sorry, it's so sad.
Oh my God.
Oh, the humanity.
And it's been 20 years and I'm still this sad. Somebody please explain that.
Oh my God.
Oh, the humanity.
They will ruin your whole fucking family, bruh. They will ruin your family. I gave him a chance to come back. If I'm not mistaken, she cheated on him. I might have it wrong. She cheated on him with an 18-year-old dude. Am I tripping? And she 20. I tell you, man, they be bitter for a long time. 20 years and they life going to hell. They be bitter as a motherfucker. I invited him. I gave him many chances to come back and make a family. Let me pull up Hulk Hogan's new wife. Hulk Hogan. Let me pull up Hulk Hogan's new wife. All right, bitch, hold on for a second. Hold on. This Hulk Hogan's new wife, he got a younger, better, perkier titty. This bitch probably 40-something years old, too. And she'd still look bad. This Hulk Hogan's new wife, probably his second or third, fourth ex-wife at this point. And you talk about wait a minute, where's the video? You invited him back to come back to this shit after you tried to take his life. You took his life, his pride, his kids, all his vehicle, all the shit he done leg dropped, all Andre the Giant for. And you talking about you invited him back. And this ninja got prime Florida muskrat, what is it? Crystal methody calico. Hulk Hogan, like, I ain't coming back to your crazy, neurotic, crazy ass after you already attempted deletion of my life. What the fuck is you talking about? Crazy as I gave him a chance to come back and make us a family again. He running around here with prime crystal methany, young bitches. As long as he got young bitches, he ain't need to go back to no old broad. Look at him, nigga out here showing teeth. And that ain't his, and that ain't his real teeth neither. That ain't even his real teeth, and he's showing teeth. Look, he got bitches smiling. Look at Botox and shit. All right, he ain't going back to this old broad looking like Ursula. I invited him to come back.
I don't know. It just doesn't get better. I do love living alone.
Oh, the humanity.
I don't ever want to be married again after him. Trust me. But I love my animals, and
that's all you got.
My lawyers were in cahoots with his lawyers.
What? Wow, still playing the victim. My lawyers were in cahoots with his lawyers. Let me remind you again, 70% of the couple's assets went to Linda. 40% of the ownership of the companies went to Linda. She didn't have to lift a finger. She got half of a $3 million property settlement. She kept a Mercedes, an Escalade, a Corvette, Rolls Royce, various off-road vehicles. My lawyers were in cahoots. It didn't happen. I'm not happy. They never, they always the victim.
Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Always the victim. I don't care if you give them, you can give them a diamond dick like your brother Chris Rock said. They gonna be the victim. And this 20 year, the divorce was more than 20, wait a minute, no, it wasn't more than 20 years ago. The divorce was more than 15 years ago, and she still, after spending up and smoking up all the money, she's still complaining.
They had everything set up where they were cashing in on me. Yeah. Half of my settlement went to lawyers and back into the lawyer pot, and I ended up with hardly anything. I worked for 25 years for free, basically.
Wow.
And then the settlement that Terry got for fucking another friend's wife behind my back.
All right. Yeah, I think he cheated on. She looked like Hulk Hogan right now.
Yeah, he got $30 million for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a caveat to that. Okay, so there's a caveat to that. So what happened was when he was married to Linda, he did have sex with his friend's wife. But that resulted in him getting a $30 million settlement from Gawker. I believe the website was Gawker. All right. So, but it sounds like she didn't get a part of that settlement. So that's where Hogan got new life. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right. So, yeah, he was awarded here in the year, what year was that? 2016. So this is several years after the divorce. He actually got Gawker Media a $31 million injury award related to a sex tape that was published and led to Gawker going bankruptcy. The jury awarded him $141 million, but it looks like he was able to only collect $31 million, but that was after the divorce. It was after the divorce. So he got to keep all that money. And so now she's like, it wasn't fair. The lawyers took half of my settlement money, and then he went on to make more money, and now I'm sitting over here broke.
You get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
Ooh.
Dead, flat, stony, broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
And then, yeah, so then he was able to parlay that into much more money there. There it is right there. He won the, right here, $31 million. But that was after the divorce, the divorce. Okay, so that's why she's mad. Okay?
Yeah. How does that make you feel, right?
She cooked.
It's really just not about the money, though.
It's not about the money, though. But everything she's talking about is the money. It's always about the money with them.
It's that I've given him the opportunity to try to make things right with my daughter.
You want him to come back after he got that $31 million.
And try to make things right with my son and help him. But yet he's just like, here's a little bone. Here's this little chip. Here's a little something for you.
Yeah, it's about the money. You see, she's like, oh, here's a little. Look at this face, bruh. Could you imagine when you nutting in on her mouth right here and she looking at you like this?
He treats everybody like they're his ex-wife. Here's a little cookie for you. Here's a little cookie for you. Like, we mean nothing to him. I meant nothing to him, even though I earned a $20 million empire with him.
What did you do? Hold on for a second. You earned a $20 million empire? Hold on for a second. Let me see something here. You earned listen. You were married to him. I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. But I gotta ask you. Let me see if I can pull this up. Drop one leg. And you earned $20 million on your back. All right, come on, bro.
By I don't know when the fuck we got divorced, 2007, whatever, 2007. We had like a $25 million empire. And when I met him, he was in a fucking piece of shit car living in Minnesota with a roommate.
All right, so you made him earn that money. What she's saying is you made him okay, it's a copyright. They got the copyright on that one. Damn, I even used Twitter. I tried to sneak it in. All right, if y'all don't see the stream, I'll trim that part out. You made him earn. Oh, he was nothing before me.
He had no money. Okay, yeah, he was in the Rocky movie. Who knew where that would go?
He got lucky.
Knew where that would go.
Dude, this is some jealous, vengeful hate. This is hate. This is how niggas hate on me, bro. This is jealous, vengeful hate.
Who knew? But, yeah.
So he got in the Rocky movie. Oh, well, who knew who that would go? He got lucky, and that parlayed his whole career from that.
Looked up before that, and then all of a sudden, it just ignited, right?
Yeah, of course.
So it wasn't after that. It was before that. But
wow. And apparently she has some issues with the daughter. We got another clip right here, another minute and some odd clip. Let's take you to that real quick.
My family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry. I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now. And God bless Nick. He's still such a good boy. I've never put a Facebook post out like this with my ugly face and my crying face, but I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry as Hulk Hogan. And what it entailed and what it has caused over the years and everything else. He's a complete liar. He is a sex addict. Your face out there and know that.
What? Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, now you want to talk. Oh, now because your kids don't want to talk to you. Hey, shit happens, bro. Hey, when you get divorced, you can expect that as your kids become adults, they don't want nothing to do with either one of the parents, or they may choose one parent. Hey, man, that's collateral damage. And then you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and so your even daughter is like, nah, bro, you crazy. And you want to blame Hulk Hogan. Now you want to spill the beans. Nobody cares about Hulk Hogan now. Right? Nobody cares about Hulk Hogan now. Maybe 15 years ago we would want to be hearing that. But Hulk Hogan is holding on for dear life on his own image already. What, you going to throw dirt on his image?
All these horrible things are going on behind the scenes. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah, oh, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right?
Look at that, brother. Ladies, y'all real quiet here, man. Unbelievable. Ladies. Hating. Yo, I'm telling you, man, your biggest hater, I always tell you, sleeping with the enemy, man. Sleeping with the enemy. Your biggest hater been with you and giving you pussy. Sleeping, opening her legs. Look at that. Look at that. Bitter to the very end. Bitter to the core. Oh, no. Wow.
Oh, the humanity.
Man almighty. Wish Hulk Hogan the best. By the way, the stream might get sniped here, or because the World Wrestling Federation doesn't play. So we'll try to hold on. The Dark Side Foundation says the only group of women who have the ability to manage money are those from the silent generation. My boomer parents got their down payment from my grandmother. She understood order and knew her role. That's the difference. Okay, they got it from their grandparents. Macaroni Tony says, salute. Thank you, sir. You guys are legendary, man. We had a good week. I was going to try to jump on here for a stream tonight. I might try to. We'll see. Didn't Hulk Hogan say he hates blacks? Well, that's not a surprise. He's from old Florida. He's from Florida. I mean, for a person to say they hate blacks, I mean, most of the time it's like, can you really blame them, though? I mean, I'm black, and I hate a lot of black people. So, I mean, but I hate a lot of people in general, too. There's white people I can't stand. So, it's not like, I don't hate blacks because they're black, though. Like, a lot of my supporters are black. So, I don't hate black people to hate black people. But I'm like, well, I hate a certain type of black. This ain't shit. All right, shout out to JC's coach. I love biddies, but no matter how hard I try, I can't get used to them saggy waggies. He says it always feels like I'm sucking a busted water balloon. You guys are disgusting. TB says my old pro-black coworker, a childless stepdad on his second marriage, is whining about segregation coming back. He also privately mentions he no longer shops at Amazon or Target since they removed DEI. This ninja is everything you talk about, wasting his time, isn't it? Talking about DEI. Shout out to our brother here. It is Anthony Allen says, glad to see you back, coach. Where is the new Porsche from Europe? He says right here, have a great weekend. Free agent lifestyle for life. I don't have one. I wish I did. NGN, a pimp is the epitome of a captain. Save a hoe. For sure. I need to do another stream on pimps. Shout out to Delta Fox. I put an offer in this week on a $500,000 house in Southern Highlands Enterprise area in Las Vegas. And my realtor told me he hasn't closed a property over $400K in almost 2 years because people can't afford shit. He says they are all buying condos and townhomes. Shout out to Delta Fox putting that offer in, mate. But yes, it's bad out here. All right, it's bad out here. No government name. I find it funny how men who want legacies and long-term relationships care less about money than free agents who understand that they have no family to rely on, so they need to make more money to support themselves later in life. He says, I'm going on my first business class flight soon. Hashtag boss up. You'll enjoy it.
Boss up, nigga.
And then you'll go back to the damn coach and you won't like it. All right, you won't like it. Shout out to no government name. As a Gen Z, I've had people look at me weird saying I don't mind working 80 hours a week, staying single, then to have work-life balance with a loving girlfriend or wife. People are shocked. I've worked 90 plus hours a week without complaining once because it's better than being poor. And that's you understanding that that's what you're going to need to do to trade out of that situation. And you don't have to do it for very long. By the way, most people don't do shit when they leave work. So what are you rushing home for? Stay your ass on the clock. Most of y'all go home and put your hand in your pants. Mystic Monk, coach, regarding false alligators, what is not spoken about most often is how dudes with bad paperwork and sex crimes are targets for assaults on a daily basis. Those 4 years probably felt like 40. And he was unjustly sentenced to because of the fear of losing his life at any moment. That's why they normally pay a guy off. All right, shout out to you. That's a co-sponsorship. But that is a fact.
I'm rich.
Jack KP says, Coach Guru Adams, good news. I got to share the internship offer I received. I accepted the offer. Wanted to share the good news with the guru. He says, well, you'll send more super chats when you make some more money. You're the first I shared this news with. I'll make about 12K Canadian. Love you, coach. Your favorite Gen Z forever. Congratulations, sir, on your new internship offer that you've accepted. And that's going to prepare you to the future. You're making moves. Shout out to the brothers out here making moves. Yeah, you always got to be making moves. Busting dope moves. Rare Cuisine says, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, ninja. Shout out to Booker T, the five-time world heavyweight champion. NGN blue chips for the show for Gen Z men. Be a woman sponsor, but never be her retirement. I remember a mentor told me it doesn't matter how much money you have or make as a man. Women will find a way to spend it all and more. This is a fact. This is a fact. All right. Although I'm telling you, you're hearing me tell you, right? Support a woman, support a woman. I'm only telling you that from a leverage position because then you can leave. But you think there's a amount of money that a woman ain't going to spend. Dude, you can give a woman the most money in the world. She'll spend every single cotton picking dime and won't save none for a rainy day. This is what to expect. You can give her $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year. She'll spend it all up. This is 70, 80% of them in America. They'll spend every single cotton picking dime. All right, so, you know, if you're going to go to Philippines, they'll do the exact same thing, bro. All of a sudden, they done made a couple shopping trips. And all of a sudden, Amazon deliveries getting dropped the fuck off. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Just know that going in. Y'all got to know what you're dealing with going in. Y'all just hoping, I'm going to find a woman that don't do that. Okay. I'm going to find a woman who ain't like that. Nice. All right. Good fucking luck, bro. You guys don't know what it is out here. You guys got to live a day with a woman. I'm telling you, you got to live a day like a woman. Like, what do you want? Tell a woman that you want. And I got like 3 minutes. My massage therapist is going to be here. Tell a woman what you want. I'm going to give you your special day. And you're going to go to, motherfucking spa treatment, massages. You're going to go through motherfucking acupuncture and fingernails and toenails. And we're going to get all that shit done. We're going to go to the mall. Don't worry about the price. Don't look at the sticker, all right? We get handbags and shopping sprees and all that shit. This bitch she'll spend $10,000 in a blink of an eye if you told her she didn't have to worry about shit. 10 grand in the blink of an eye. I guarantee you couldn't do that as a man. You wouldn't be able to do it. You would buy one thing for $10,000, right? Like a Rolex, and that you can't even buy that for 10 grand. It will be pre-worn. You couldn't spend $10,000. A woman can spend $10,000 in the blink of a cotton picking eye if you told her no money, no problems. You niggas, you don't know what the hell they can do, bruh. They can do some damage. Shout out to Snaptech Fix says inviting him back to finish him off. Sheesh, diabolical. How do you get 70% and still complaining about it 15 years later? These women are insatiable and she's still trying to play the victim. He says, wow. But what about love, coach? Reverend X this beesh. All right, I'm running a little bit behind. The Humanity says, Coach Linda was looking like she just took back-to-back DDTs to the dome. Ring the bell. Holy mackerel, man. She looked awful. She looked awful. And, oh, man, we got a couple more I got to get through. JC says, what you going to do, brother, when Hulkamania? Boss is up on you, beesh. Mufasa says, thank you. Thanks to my father, I know how to work on cars. I'm ASE certified. Just turned 40 and in shape. I've had multiple businesses and about to open up the very first drive-through bikini barista coffee shop in El Paso, Texas. Hiring all the JUCOs. Shout out to you, boss up season, man. Congratulations. Mufasa got a head start in life. Ice Man cometh. Headed to the store right now to buy some cases of real American beer, brother, and drink them like Stone Cold Steve Austin to celebrate Hogan's victory lap on his ex-cottage cheese looking wife. NWO for life, brother. New world order. No government name. Are you going to do a Saturday show coming forward? And just like it says, when is the Red Pill expose coming out? Now, yeah, they getting a reprieve from right now. I'm watching to see if the Red Pill can coexist and survive without me, and they can't. Twin A going to the Doyers. The Dodgers ring ceremony tonight with Twin B and the homies. Viva la Raza and Viva los Doyers. And I think I got everybody. So I got to wrap this shit up for real, homie. Shout out to the coach gang. I'm looking at my phone to see if somebody at my doorbell. But look, check back with me. I'm going to try to jump on Saturday. If not tonight, I might have to. It might be too tough tonight. I got a couple things going on tonight. Or I might jump on for some late night hype. Might jump on Saturday since I was out of town for a long time. We might jump on and have some fun. It might be any channel. So subscribe to either the Coach Greg Adams channel, Ask Coach Greg Adams, or the Free Agent Lifestyle. It'll be one of those channels. And y'all have a good weekend, man. Protect yourself. Take care of yourself. Have your bail money. Wear your condoms. Pull out. Nut on her chest. Ask she's on birth control. Later, send me some pictures, ladies. And also, protect yourself at all times. All right, get your money up. It's Boss Up 2025. And we out of here, brothers. Peace.
Better boss up, nigga.